Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to day number 38 of Improving Chess. And what a day we are going to have today! We are going to have Grandmaster RB Ramesh in the house today, as well as Samay Vaibhav and Biswa. Perhaps all three of them are going to be here. So, first of all, a big welcome to all of you in the chat. Uh, Today morning I woke up and I was like, yesterday no one came to the stream, no comedians. I thought, well, what should we do? And I wrote to all of them, and somehow you remember I had introduced Grandmaster RB Ramesh to all of you a few days ago, like maybe a couple of days ago, saying that he's one of the best trainers in India. So I just wrote to him saying that would it be possible for you to come and teach a few things to the comedians. And he was very kind and he said, I'll come at 9 a.m. And so the idea today is that Vaibhav, Biswa and Samay will play against three opponents, three of you, and then Ramesh would come at 9 a.m. and analyze those games and tell them how they can improve. So sounds like a good plan, yes? To introduce Ramesh to you, I think I'll do that when he arrives so that I can also introduce him and you get to know. But just to tell you, I think if I'm not mistaken, he's created 12 out of the 65 GMs in the country. He is also the coach of Pragnananda, Arvind Chidambaram, Karthikeyan Murli, all amazing talents. And truly one of the best trainers, not just in India but in the world. So, Samay is in the chat. Samay says, can I play with Samay? And the answer to this is, Samay, you need to do a super chat to play against Samay. One second. Let me get rid of this and let's see.
Yo.
Hello, Samay.
Yo.
Arey,
My sir is come today, right? Who helped me become GM.
अरे
कैसे हो
समय
भाई?
आपको देख के बहुत अच्छा लगता है, क्योंकि ऐसा लगता है कि दुनिया के जितने भी लोग लेट सोते हैं आज वो उठ गए हैं, मतलब सुबह को आप यू रिप्रेजेंट देम.
अरे मैं सोया ही नहीं भाई.
एक्सपेक्टेड.
अरे वो तरबूज क्या है भाई? वो तरबूज हटाओ.
अरे ये रहा. हाँ, इसका क्या करूं पता नहीं, पर
ऐसे सामने रहता है भाई ऐसे. पहले वही दिखता है, फिर शक्ल दिखती है आप.
पर बहुत दिनों बाद आप दिखे, ऐसा लग रहा है. सब पता नहीं 2 ही दिन हुए हैं शायद.
अरे आई एम मिसेबल ब्रो. आप आते नहीं हमारी स्ट्रीम पे, हम आ जाते हैं आपकी स्ट्रीम पे.
नहीं, I'll join in soon. And Samay, we have a great plan today, but I'm waiting for Vaibhav to join. And
My sir is coming, right? Who helped me become GM.
Yes. Your sir is ऐसा मतलब उनके बारे में मत बोलो, because he may not like to take you as a student. आप तो उनको सर बना लोगे.
अरे भाई तूने वो देखा था, मैं इंस्टाग्राम पे पोस्ट डाला था एक वन गोल चेस एकेडमी का.
क्या था वो?
मेरी ट्रॉफी.
हाँ, आई कमेंटेड. आपने कमेंट
हाँ, तो वो नंबर पे 10,000 लोग ने कॉल कर दिया है भाई.
वो नंबर था किसका?
अरे कोई तो उसका नाम रुकते को बताता हूँ मैं. बेचारा वन गोल चेस एकेडमी का कोई फीडर ट्रेनर है वो.
अच्छा, तो
उसको फुल बीटी बैठी. वो 2-3 बार उसने फोन उठाया, उसको खुशी हुई, फिर 5वीं बार वो गुस्सा ही हो गया भाई. अमरनाथ है उसका नाम. I.Amarnath. अमरनाथ पत्रोन.
एटलीस्ट आप वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, ये कट कर देते थे नंबर को.
अरे पर वो उस वक्त मेरे को, मैं सेंटियो का डाल दिया ना यार.
फिर निकाला भी नहीं आपने, अभी तो रख दिया.
अरे फिर मैं सो गया यार.
कैसा होता है, ऐसा कोई लोग ऐसा कुछ करवाने के लिए पैसा देते हैं कि भाई प्लीज मेरा नंबर डालो, मुझे और स्टूडेंट मिलेंगे, और इधर आपने उसका कर दिया और वो बेचारा टेंशन में आ गया.
हाँ ना यार, उसको लोग रिक्वेस्ट करे गूगल पे 50 रुपीज. जनता भी फिर हरामी है ना भाई अपनी.
अरे एक बार क्या हुआ इधर सबसे हाइट वो माम्बा एसआर आए खेलने को, तो मैं उनको बोला कि प्लीज मेक एन अकाउंट। एक सेकंड, वैभव इज आल्सो हियर। मैं बोला प्लीज मेक एन अकाउंट ऑन चेसबेस। तो वो बोला, माम्बा बोला ठीक है, गिव मी अ मिनट। तो वैभव के साथ खेलना था माम्बा को। हाय वैभव।
समय
हेलो 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 भाई।
तो एट द एंड माम्बा एसआर तो बना रहा है अकाउंट, और लोगों ने माम्बा एसआर 101 102 ऐसा सब अकाउंट बना लिया। तो वैभव बोला आई सीन और खेलने लगा वो।
भाई कल सुबह मैं आया था आपके स्ट्रीम में, मैं सीख कर रहा था, आपने मेरे को लिया ही नहीं।
मैंने आपको 2-3 बार एक्सेप्ट किया, आप बोल रहे हैं कुड नॉट कनेक्ट टू ओपोनेंट, वो आपका इंटरनेट इश्यूज।
भाई मेरे इंटरनेट पे ना जाए, मैं फोन से देख रहा था, आपके ऐप पे खराबी है भाई, आपके अपने ऐप से रिक्वेस्ट एक्सेप्ट नहीं होती भाई, मेरे इंटरनेट की गलती नहीं है, प्ले चेस की गलती है भाई।
नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं। देविन आनंद जी, वेलकम टू द शो। देविन आनंद, वन ऑफ द
देविन आनंद जी,
most regular viewers, glad that this is continuing. Chess OP,
member of Ambani OP also.
अरे हाँ, Ambani OP is like a super concept.
Yo,
all
what is Ambani OP?
Bro, it's my highest membership where people give so much money, and all the money we donate to help either chess players or some other good purpose.
Okay.
So
क्या खा रहे हो आज?
Mango.
Oh, nice. पर मेरे जैसे नहीं खा रहे हो आप।
तो चोर से खाता है वैसे। हो जाए भाई, वेबसाइट को डिफीट दे तब तक।
नहीं, आज क्या करना है, सी द आइडिया इज दैट ऑल थ्री ऑफ यू, इफ
थ्री ऑफ यू कहाँ है, सेलिब्रिटी कहाँ है?
सेलिब्रिटी आज बोले कि वो जागे तो है पर सोए नहीं है, आपके जैसे हो गए,
वो भी नहीं सोए हैं रात भर,
आपके जैसे हो गए हैं, तो शायद वो आ सकेंगे, देयर आर चांसेस। पर
तो कर क्या रहे थे सेलिब्रिटी रात भर?
वो
मेरे साथ चेस क्यों नहीं खेले सेलिब्रिटी?
वो तो पूछना पड़ेगा उनको। सो ही,
बाय द वे दोस्तों, 1 जुलाई को हो रहा है कॉमेडियंस ऑन बोर्ड 2।
अरे आप लोग एटलीस्ट फाइनल तक पहुंचना।
हाँ भाई।
ऐसा ना हो जाए कि वो कोई मतलब अनट्रेंड लोग 1 महीने से कोई ट्रेनिंग नहीं किए हुए आके आपको हरा दे फिर फर्स्ट राउंड
भाई
में।
जोएल तो मुश्किल है भाई।
जोएल, आकाश मेहता
नहीं है ना इस बार, आकाश मेहता का वो ट्रॉमा है ना भाई बचपन का।
शुक्र है।
शुक्र है, गलत हुआ, जो भी हुआ सही हुआ। उपमन्यु आने वाला था, पर उपमन्यु को चंडीगढ़ में शो करने आ गया।
अरे फिर तो आप लोग फेवरेट्स हो, क्लियर।
हाँ तो हम लोग फेवरेट्स है भाई। उपमन्यु शायद कल आएगा, कल हम लोग ऐसे बवासीर मचाएंगे थोड़ी सी।
अच्छा, कूल। किशोर हजारिका जी, गुड मॉर्निंग, नाइस शर्ट, किसका पर?
थैंक यू।
आपका ही, समय का ही रहता है हमेशा। क्या शर्ट है समय?
अरे कुछ नहीं है भाई,
बताओ।
फ्री में मिला मेरे को, जैक एंड जोज। उनका एक स्टोरी डाला, मैं स्वाइप अप डाला, वो लोग शर्ट भेजे। ऐसा बहुत सामान आता है मेरे पास। वो हेडफोन आया एक नया कल, JBL का, दिखाता हूँ।
वाओ, अमेजिंग। ईशान पटेल, थैंक्स फॉर द स्ट्रीम सागर्स, कैन आई गेट अ गेम टुडे? ओह नाइस।
बढ़िया।
Influencer.
Can I please get a game today? ID Ishan 2559. Okay, Ishan, we'll try.
कितना पैसा दिया वो?
10 USD.
अरे फिर तो बनता है भाई।
Sanjay Singh, hi Saga, super chatted you for the last 4 days except yesterday. So can I play Samay ID Game Zone? Okay. So Nadig Anuj, thank you. Priyam Trivedi, કેમ છો? Priyam Trivedi always talks to me in Gujarati, feels good. Priyam, મજા આવી ગઈ તમારો મેસેજ જોઈને. And Keith Mascarenas, super excited to hear GM RB Ramesh will be here. Thank you, Keith. As always, thank you for joining in. So guys, can you come to the comedians room and then we can select. So Vaibhav, Samay, the idea is if both of you are here and if Biswa joins at some point, all three of you will play against 3 opponents, and those games will be analyzed by GM RB Ramesh. He will see and he will tell you guys what is going right for you, what's going wrong. So I guess it will be something interesting.
और तो मतलब बहुत प्रेशर है गेम।
हाँ, आज थोड़ा मतलब इज्जत रख लेना, क्योंकि 37 डेज का ट्रेनिंग और 5th मूव पे पीस ब्लंडर, और फिर वो आके बोलेंगे क्या सिखाया।
हाँ आज थोड़ा अच्छा खेलेंगे भाई। क्या कोई भेज रहा है चैलेंज?
हाँ, आप लोगों के पास है ऑप्शंस. उप्स, एक सेकेंड. सो जैसे कि सुपर चैट में कहा था, एक है ईशान पटेल, दूसरा है आई थिंक संजय सिंह जी बहुत दिनों से कर रहे हैं, तो उनका आईडी है game_zone.
मिल गया मेरे को, कर दिया मैंने उनको.
अच्छा, गेम हैज स्टार्टेड. वैभव, आप किससे खेल रहे हो?
मैं खेला नहीं अभी. I was just waiting किससे खेलूं.
You
There is
you
someone
can
we know
play
or-
against Ishan 2559. Okay, let's follow Samay here.
नहीं, मैंने गेम जोन को भेजा है, गेम_जोन को. गेम_जोन लिया नहीं अभी तक मेरे को.
हाँ ठीक है. game_zone, please accept Samay's request.
गेम_जोन आप फोन से रहोगे इसलिए आप नहीं ले पा रहे होगे मेरा एक्सेप्ट, बिकॉज दिस ऐप डजंट सपोर्ट.
अरे क्या बोल रहे हो, क्या बोल रहे हो?
Please iOS का भी बना लो ना यार.
हाँ यार, क्या क्या यार, सीखो यार chess.com से.
अरे यार क्या है, फ्री. मैं chess.com से बोलने वाला हूँ, ऐड के थोड़े पैसे दे दो हमको. हमेशा ये लोग आके ऐड करते रहते हैं.
भाई गेम शुरू हो गया मेरा.
देखो शुरू हो गया. आप बोलो प्ले चेस के बारे में. चेसबेस इंडिया, चेसबेस, कुछ तो बोलो.
East or West, ChessBase is the best way.
Sujit Varghese, thank you so much, Sujit. Okay, Vaibhav has also got the game. And Karthik Venkatesan, good morning. Would love to play Game Maker. Okay, Karthik, if Biswa joins in, you will play with him. Let's see. Game Vaibhav Sethia is here. This is his game. What about
अपना हेडफोन म्यूट कर दे क्या?
हाँ हाँ, हेडफोन निकाल देना, नहीं तो मैं कमेंट्री नहीं कर पाऊंगा. Where is Samay Raina? समय. अरे समय रायना तो दिख नहीं रहे. I don't know. No idea. Samay was playing against who is his opponent? I forgot the name. game_zone. Yeah, like इधर. हाँ ये रहे. अच्छा, गेस्ट की तरह खेल रहे हो. इसके लिए he should have put his name there, but okay, doesn't matter. So now we know this is Samay. I will arrange everything quickly, guys. Please give me a minute. Samay is white here. I also need to open Vaibhav's game. Yeah, so this is the second game. So Samay here. Their video on in the center. And I will move myself also towards the center, somewhere here. Okay, should be good now. So Samay is white, so let me put him on the white side, and Vaibhav is black, so let's put this black. Okay, both of them seem to have decent opponents because the game has begun pretty well. Chaitanya Singh, morning guys. Samay shout out please. Chaitanya, अभी समय आपको सुन नहीं सकते, he can't hear you, but once he's back I'll try to ask him to give a shout out. किशोर हजारिका, अब आपने बोल दिया समय भाई खुद को ही फाइनल तक बाय दे देंगे. एंड ऑलवेज योर शर्ट सागर सर. अरे थैंक यू सो मच किशोर जी. थोड़ा राइट में. ओके, so let's check out the game. First of all, Samay's game. Let's start from the beginning and try to understand what's happening. Of course, we'll have GM Ramesh comment on it soon. c4, knight f6, knight c3, e6, knight f3, d5. So Samay plays the normal queen's gambit, and here he plays e3. Usually you try to develop your bishop outside the chain, before closing in, because this bishop would then become passive. But Samay plays e3, which is not a bad move, but slightly passive. Castles, bishop d3, and good move by black. See, the point is, if you take here on c4 right now, then white will just take it in one move, bishop into c4. But when you allow white bishop to develop and then take it, it means white had to spend an extra move. And that's why whenever you're taking that pawn on c4, you must always wait for the bishop to develop. So good play by Game Zone. Game Zone is a good player. c5 is again a strong move. You hit the center over here. Castles, knight c6, and okay. So I think already black has, this is a very standard line in Queen's Gambit accepted, but let's see how Samay plays, because the way in which white usually plays here is moves like Queen e2, Rook d1. Sometimes white also takes on c5 and exchanges the queens and plays this endgame. I am interested to see how Samay plays it here. Let's see. Aha, Samay actually developed his, so he played b3, which is not very common here. I think more common is Queen e2, if I'm not mistaken, and then when you take cd4, it's Rook d1, pinning and then taking with the e pawn. That's how they usually play. But okay, b3, a6, a4, stopping b5. But this creates a weakness on b4. So let's see how that goes. Bishop b2, bishop f6, knight e4. Nice. I think Samay has got in some nice play now, because this is hanging on f6, also c5 is hanging. Okay, so let's come to now Vaibhav's game. Let's see how Vaibhav is doing here. Looks focused completely. Vaibhav has come with a haircut or a shave. Something is different about him, although I can't point out exactly what it is. Maybe it's a shave, but also it's not a clean shave. Something is different. Okay, so it was a Scotch game. Vaibhav took bishop c5 was played, bishop e3, queen e7. Okay, interesting. I think queen e7 is not the best move, because white can go knight to f5 here, and I think Vaibhav would have been in grave trouble if knight f5 would have been played. Also because like queen e4, I'm not sure actually. Queen e4, knight g7, king f8, and this is pinned. Maybe it's not a bad idea. Knight c3, knight f6. Now what about knight f5? What is your plan? He played f3. He should have gone knight f5 now, because e4 is controlled. d5, as always. Vaibhav is on the ball. Nice move, Vaibhav. Bishop b5, bishop d7. Cool. And now he took castles. Let's say he takes on e4. Oh, he also castled. Not bad, not bad, because this pawn is pinned. The bishop on e3 is hanging. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so Vaibhav has a decent position. His pressure on e4. I think both of them are playing well. What has happened here? Let's have a look. He took on d4 in Samay's game. And I was imagining here Samay to take knight f6, because you win a crucial bishop. And then queen f6 and knight into d4. And somehow this bishop becomes extremely strong on this diagonal. Would be fantastic if that was happening. But he took ed4 and knight b4. Let's see now, because after you take with the pawn, this bishop becomes slightly passive. That's the downside of it. So here Ishan is thinking for his move. I don't know if he's already played his next move. Some moves have been made. So what happened was, after castles, rook e1, d4, he played a3. I don't like this move a3. Ishan, what's your idea of a3? Let's see if Vaibhav can take advantage of this now, because a3 is... Okay, he takes another pawn. He's not afraid of any discovered attack, and I think rightly so. There's not much that can be done. You can always just move the queen, but it's such a complex position. Vaibhav always creates this super complex situations on the board, while Samay plays it more clean, you know, like less complications and so on. Maybe I've just switched off receiving moves. Okay, I should switch it on. So how's the game going here? After that, knight b4, rook c1. Samay doesn't care for this bishop, you know, he doesn't think it's important, but I felt that it was important to take it. We'll also see what Ramesh has to say about it. And now bishop into d5. Ooh, giving up your important bishop. I believe black has got a great position now, because his knight is such a nice piece, trenched in the center. No one can make it move. Bishop will come to b7 or a6. I mean, white is not worse, because white can go something like knight e5 with the idea of knight c6 making you... But Samay could have got an advantage, and instead he's, you know, gone back. I mean, taking bishop d5 here, like taking your bishop with the knight without any provocation, is never a good idea. I mean, why to do it? So, let's see. Okay, so what happened here was, he played knight to f5, okay. He took on e3, rook e3, queen c5. Oh, what's happened today to Vaibhav? He's playing amazing chess. I hope that this continues. He focuses well. He's playing well. And this is actually Vaibhav's true strength. Yeah, when I feel sometimes he just doesn't want to play well and just blunders many times. But when he gets into the form, playing very well here with black pieces, I think he's already close to winning. Yeah, Samay's game is refreshed here. It's working okay. Samay is also low on time, so he has to take care of that. He does get under pressure. I have seen. Whenever it's an important thing, he gets under pressure. And this is what is happening to him, because he wants to play a good game. He wants to make sure he doesn't blunder. I think knight e5 should be a good move for Samay. He should just put the knight into the center. Why knight g3? What's going on, Samay? What's your plan? Queen e1 was played, and now knight is... okay, find a good move. I think here Vaibhav has a very good move, very strong move. Try to find it. Knight g4, yes. Very good. Look at Vaibhav, yeah, like all neck twists and all. But b4, just queen into e3. Queen into e3. Okay, Samay has played his knight to g3 when it was really well placed on e4. And now his opponent played rook c8 and he's thinking what to do. Now knight e5. You know, if his knight was on e4 and he played knight e5 and his opponent took d takes, then this knight on e4 could jump anytime to d6. You know, it was so nicely placed. Yeah, ng4, by the way, in this position... Oh, okay, this is not here. Here, knight g4 was strong. But also, in this position, pretty good would have also been f2. You know, f2 with knight g4. But what Vaibhav played was anyway pretty good. Oh, he blundered a piece. He blundered a piece, it seems, yeah? Ah, okay. Anyway, he was losing a piece. But perhaps not. Perhaps not. You know what he should have done actually here? He should have moved his bishop back somewhere to h5. And then, I'll just show you guys. Here, he should have played his bishop back to h5 or something. And then after king into e3, rook e8. And he would have won back the piece being an entire rook up, because knight d5 would be met with c6. Okay, so but still Vaibhav is winning. He has an exchange up position. A lot to learn from there. If he doesn't convert it accurately, I'm sure Ramesh would have some tips for that. While we are looking at this game here, there's a big threat now. Bishop into e5, d into e5, and queen is hanging. Let's see how Samay deals with it. Oh, okay, but bishop e5 can be met with rook e5, so it's not yet completely a big threat. The king is kind of boxed in now. If you can get rid of the knight, then there could be a mating idea. h6 by Vaibhav was played. This game of Samay is getting intense because no one is kind of exchanging pieces. Both sides are playing calmly. I'm wondering if queen d5 with the idea of g2 mate can be a good move, because queen d5, how do you protect mate on g2? If you play f3, I want to play bishop g5 for sort of creating some kind of a, yeah, queen d5, good move, game zone, good move. I think f4 should be played by Samay. f4, and so bishop g5 ideas do not crop up. But already black is having such good coordination. Knight is strong on b4, bishop is well placed, bishop f6. Yeah, in this position everyone's saying that there could have been a fork for the position that I was explaining here. Yeah, here where I said bishop say h5, king e3. But the point is that after knight d5, c6, there is a fork, but I take with a check and then I take the knight. So that was my point. And now Vaibhav has won this. I think he is to rook up. 2 rooks up. Vaibhav, what a game, Vaibhav. What a game.
Yeah.
You played a like completely different guy today. What's wrong? Like, I have to say Ramesh is going to come every day to make you play like this.
Is it? Okay.
No, you played really well.
Yeah, I thought I was a little slow in the opening and then I kind of caught up. I made one more error. I know 2 errors I think in the game. Baki mere ko pata nahi. That's what I
thought you played well, but I'm going to leave the analysis to Grandmaster Ramesh on this. And I'm going to add your game in the database. Oops. But I think you didn't make any real mistakes. Of course, in the opening, he had a good chance in the game, which he missed. By the way, just if you check Samay's game, check the game of game_zone, because Samay is playing with a guest account today.
Oh, he's already playing. Oh, yeah.
But Samay just blundered a piece right now. After bishop e5, rook e5, he just missed that queen e5. There is a pin there, and yeah.
Samay to apne account se खेल रहे हैं या guest account?
Guest hai, so game_zone ko you can follow. Ishan, who played against Vaibhav, you played well, but Ishan, you had a very good move in the opening, which I will let you know later. Okay, Samay is fighting. He played rook c8 just as a small trick. If you take with the rook, then d into e5, he could have got the queen, but he took with the bishop, and I think it's game over for Samay. Yeah. Okay, he's sacrificed.
Yeah,
He's
I think it's
sacrificing.
JNK Gambit is beginning now.
But opponent has like 1 minute
Oh,
12.
opponent has more time.
Yeah.
I thought this was the reverse way. Sorry.
Yeah. This is just no gambit. It's just losing.
Oh, it's just getting a piece, right? Like he's
No,
gonna
he'll just play queen e3 check and then pick up the queen. So that's just free queen.
queen e3. Yeah. I think someone didn't see that e3 check.
No.
He
He's
thought,
already lost.
e1 check.
I think he's not really very much in the zone. I don't know what game zone is thinking right now. He took the knight there on b4. Okay. I got it. He took the knight. So okay, it was not just a gambit. He just took it and
Yeah.
and now ab4 and yeah. Well, actually bishop a6 is a mate now almost.
What? Sure, now
Oh.
he's yeah. What?
Oh, he's playing the J&K gambit. Yes.
And did he just blunder his queen?
He's doing the J&K gambit to Samay. And Samay, look at Samay. Samay like मेरे सामने कोई J&K gambit नहीं कर सकता.
But I don't think Samay has enough time.
Oh, he's playing bishop c4.
Oh my god, take his bishop, dude. This is so funny. JNK Gambit is just hilarious to watch. Oh my god, he's not taking the bishop. Kali pawn
अरे समय कैसा लगा आपका JNK गैम्बिट आपके ही सामने?
It is so funny to watch when it happens. It's just hilarious.
JNK Gambit यार.
आज GM Ramesh JNK Gambit सीखेंगे.
समय वो ऐसे रहता है ना जो बड़े इन्वेंशंस करते हैं लाइक समथिंग और फिर उनका इन्वेंशन उनके अगेंस्ट ही यूज होता है.
अरे यार बहुत बुरा लगता है.
It's just hilarious to watch nonetheless यार.
अरे
बट लास्ट पोजीशन ऑल्सो देखो उसने कैसे क्वीन दे दिया है और समय के पास टाइम नहीं था क्वीन लेने को. समय what is more heartbreaking, losing to an opponent normally या losing through a JNK gambit?
अरे JNK gambit is too painful यार. Oh man, oh no. ये क्या फैला दिया है हमने बवासीर.
ये मतलब फर्स्ट टाइम हुआ ना आपके साथ या ऐसा किसी ने किया है?
हाँ, पहली बार ऐसे हुआ मेरे साथ कि सक्सेसफुली किसी ने किया है मेरे साथ.
कभी ना कभी एक ना एक जन ऑफिशियल मैच में कभी यूज करेगा ये. 100% श्योर, बिकॉज अगर सबके पास 3-3 सेकंड बचे हैं, दिस इज 100% इफेक्टिव.
नहीं, बट द पॉइंट इज इन अ नॉर्मल टूर्नामेंट गेम नाउ इंक्रीमेंट के बिना होते नहीं है लाइक यूजुअली. सो ये JNK गैम्बिट इज ऑनलाइन चेस में ही काम आए.
अच्छा, इंक्रीमेंट के बिना नहीं होता क्या?
मोस्टली नहीं होता है.
यूजुअली टूर्नामेंट्स नहीं होते. See, they were fearing my story. बहुत बड़ा खिलाया जिसने भी खिलाए, मजा आएगा.
संजय, I think if I'm not mistaken, संजय सिंह, amazing. So सब लोग बोल रहे कर्मा OP. So what we can do is because it is 8:40 and maybe Ramesh will join.
I and Vaibhav can play one game.
You both can play one game and then we can. So Samay has one chance to redeem himself here. अरे समय,
वैभव जीत गया.
वैभव बहुत अच्छा खेला आज. वैभव ऐसे खेला मतलब वैभव जैसे ही नहीं खेला. ही प्लेड लाइक नो मिस्टेक, शांति से, कोई रैंडम पॉन पुश नहीं. उसके सारे पॉन्स इफ यू सी वर ऑन द लास्ट रैंक, ऐसे 7th रैंक पे सब रख के मस्त.
पता है आज उसने H6 पुश किया ना,
A3
मैं देख रहा था. मैंने कहा भाई क्या किया तूने.
अरे यार मेरा गेम कैसा?
एक्चुअली आपका गेम ओपनिंग से बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चल रहा था एंड देन एट सम पॉइंट यू स्टार्टेड प्लेइंग पैसिवली लाइक नाइट पीछे ले लिया वगैरह. बट आई थिंक रमेश विल एक्सप्लेन इट बेटर व्हेन ही कम्स इन.
बढ़िया, पर कुछ तो इंटरेस्टिंग मैच था, ऐसा कुछ बवासीर मैच
नहीं था. It was good. There is content in that to learn.
Yeah, best. यार चलो
Justice for Ramesh sir.
भाई रमेश सर जब वो देखेंगे वो मूव मजा आएगा.
Hey, so wait. समय क्या है तेरा? कितना गेस्ट
अरे
क्या
आप
क्या लिखा
गेस्ट
है?
अकाउंट से क्यों खेल रहे हो समय?
गैस 666 अरे नया लैपटॉप आ गया
नया
bro.
और एक
हाँ गैस 666
भेज दिया.
हाँ एक
पहले आप गेस्ट से खेलते हो.
हाँ
अरे यार फिर ये गेस्ट 1700. ओ यही तो है.
यही हूँ
तू ही है ना ये?
हाँ हाँ
हम्म.
ओपनिंग देख के समझो ना भाई. अच्छा अपन हेडफोन निकाल रहे हैं.
हाँ हेडफोन निकाल दीजिए.
भाई जल्दी करो.
I will also shift myself. I have not forgotten. So, yeah, let me just. Ravi Teja, thank you so much for the super chat. Ravi Teja, if done. Oh, Nuber Shah Sheikh has been here. He says, "Good morning, bro. Can I play with Sagar Shah?" Nuber ji, Nuber, you should be commentating. You should be coming on stream. Wait, let me see. Can I get you on stream? Today is going to be. You don't have to play with me, man. You can crush me any day. Nuber, let's see if we can get Nuber on stream. And Nuber, Nuber is like this cricket commentator. He's an IM with 2 GM norms, very strong player. And if Nuber can join in, Nuber, I've sent you the link of the call on your chat. If you can join me and commentate on this game, what's going on. So we had c4, e6, d4, d5, knight c3, c5, Tarash defense, e4. Samay is like queen b6. Samay has to ask for food, while Vaibhav is like he is all coordinated. Food efforts of Vaibhav are coordinated. Samay is like अरे खाना मिलेगा घर पे पता नहीं सोया है उठा है कुछ पता नहीं. So Vaibhav married man, life is set. Samay unmarried, क्या चल रहा है कुछ पता नहीं. Nuber Shah Sheikh, are you there? You can join in. Joining in 2 minutes, he's saying. Okay, good. Okay, this game I think Samay is going to get in trouble. First of all, he's developed his queen. Let's just see what happened. So c5, e4 takes, queen b6, knight b5, check, bd2. Okay. It's not like lost cause yet because position looks okay, but I think white can at least win a pawn. Like for example, queen d4, knight d4, bd2, king d2, d into e4. At least a pawn. Let's see what happens. Yeah, what has happened with Biswa was the question. Janmejaya Panda. Biswa is right now, as he mentioned, not tired with chess. He's playing chess. It's just that right now he has some other priorities. He wants to do other stuff. So I'm sure that once those things are done, he will come back. And well, as we have always said, he's a celebrity. So Ishan Patel, thanks for the opportunity, Sagar. Got a bit nervous, not my best. Well played, Vaibhav. Well, Ishan, well tried. And as you could learn a lot from Ramesh's analysis when he comes here. So that would be priceless, when he'll analyze that game. You will get things to learn from that. Look at how Samay is playing. Yeah, like g4, le lo ye pawn, I will attack you, rook g1 and so on. And Vaibhav is like, no, I don't want that pawn, I'm going to develop. And now g5, I think Samay should play. Yeah, this is aggressive. You see the clash of styles. Clash of styles here. By the way, okay, Nubair is here. Let's see what Nubair has to say. हेलो नुबैर, वेलकम.
हाय.
अरे नुबैर जी, जरा आपका कैमरा ऑन कीजिए.
ऑन
अरे
हो
ये
गया
क्या
on.
है? बी इन्फॉर्म्ड, बी प्रिपेयर्ड, बी स्मार्ट, बी सेफ, बी रेडी.
Be ready to fight
अरे
COVID.
क्या बात है, क्या.
Yeah, you can see now full. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, of course. Welcome, guys. I want to introduce Nubair to you. Already उन्होंने बहुत सारा trash talking किया है behind my back. Nubair, क्या trash talking किया है तुमने?
Nothing much.
So सब बोल रहे हैं, मैंने अभी तक देखा नहीं है वो वीडियो. I have to check it out. But
Actually, bhai, when I joined Samay stream for the first time, like he asked me, like, do you know Sagar Bhaiya, Vidit, and Adiban and all? So I said, like, we are friends, like from ages, and Sagar Bhai and me, to like 10 years we are together in
Correct.
Mumbai. So we have played so much, and like we are really good friends. And so वो बोले कभी आप खेले हो क्या? So I said like we have played so many times, और एक बार जीता भी हो like कतार में.
right.
और एक मैंने कहा कि हाँ, मैंने एक IM नॉम बनाया है, आपकी हेल्प होगी IM नॉम बनने
वही
में.
कतार में, राइट.
हाँ जी.
हाँ, कतार का गेम तो बहुत ही एपिक था अपना. And I must say that Nubair, although at some point I was way stronger than him, then we became kind of equal. Now he's undoubtedly much more stronger than me as a chess player. He has 2 GM norms. Okay, same like me. 2, yes.
Guys, don't forget we are almost same players. 2 GM norms, both from Mumbai, almost same rating.
But now he's pretty strong. By the way, Nubair, अभी आज ये दोनों समय और वैभव एक दूसरे के साथ खेल रहे हैं. So if you can just check their game. If you go in that comedians link over there and follow Vaibhav Sethia, उधर जो YouTube वीडियो के नीचे एक लिंक है.
Okay.
Actually, Vaibhav was so much playing so well, and then suddenly he is now a rook down. And look at Samay, very happy.
Exactly, कहाँ पर लिंक है?
मेरा YouTube वीडियो जो है उसके डिस्क्रिप्शन में, आप जहाँ पे.
Okay, हाँ, okay, क्लिक. हाँ, एक्चुअली मैंने चेसबेस से लॉगिन कर दिया अपना.
हाँ, ओके. तो फिर आप आ जाओ प्लेचेस के अंदर, एंड लास्ट में यू विल सी द वेब रूम्स, लास्ट ऑन द राइट. वेब रूम्स में कॉमेडियंस है नीचे.
Okay, joining.
Samay is so happy. Samay is like, क्या, कैसे मैंने रुक जीत लिया. If I could only rewind, like Nubair का entry and Samay winning a rook, दोनों coincide हो गए. Couldn't focus on both, but I was seeing him. He was like, yes, dancing, rook up, rook मिल गया. And Vaibhav as always, उनके expression से कुछ समझता नहीं कौन जीत रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. Nothing is known. Can Vaibhav turn this around? Nubair, आपको मिला?
हाँ, गेम तो मिला, बट लोड नहीं हो रहा है.
वैभव को आप फॉलो कर रहे हो? Vaibhav _Sethia.
हाँ, वैभव सेठिया. हाँ, क्लिक किया. हाँ,
ये तो बियॉन्ड सैल्वेशन है पोजीशन अभी.
ओके, डबल क्लिक करना था. ओके, या आई कैन सी. या वैभव भैया's गेम आई कैन सी. या सो ही इज ऑलरेडी ओके.
गेस्ट.
सो गेस्ट इज समय भैया. ओके,
गेस्ट इज समय.
तो समय भैया ओपी दिस टाइम. Okay, so he's already rook up. Wow.
या कहाँ पे गलती की इफ यू कैन टेल मी दिस
How did you feel this humiliation?
guys check who has joined us on the stream.
अरे नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी.
अरे भाई
कैसे लगी ह्यूमिलिएशन वैभव सेठिया?
अबे यार बहुत ही खराब.
ह्यूमिलिएट करके आ रहा है भाई. मैं बोला इसको ओपनिंग के अभी उंगली करेगा, इसको सीधा ओपनिंग खराब कर दे इसकी, उसको नंगा करके आ रहा है.
नहीं आज वैभव यू हैड अ ग्रेट पोजीशन और सडनली आपने वो बिशप क्यों दे दिया आपका?
भाई मुझे बढ़िया लगा गेम. क्या अटैक किया है, मतलब जम्मू कश्मीर गैम्बिट नहीं, जम्मू कश्मीर थेरी हो गया नया अटैकिंग.
जनता समय पे हो जाए एक बार.
सैक मीट मतलब अटैक किया पूरा.
So Vaibhav, I want to introduce you to Nubair Shah Sheikh. He is an IM with 2 grandmaster norms from Mumbai, and one of the rare people who is balancing studies. Engineer भी है, plus he is also IM with 2 GM norms. So दोनों में बढ़िया and very very strong player.
भाई हमारे जो टूर्नामेंट हमने खेला था ना, आपने
मैं उसके बाद तेरे स्ट्रीम पे देखा था.
He was number 2.
हैंड एंड ब्रेन में ये तो तेरे साथ टीम में.
भाई आपका बैकग्राउंड में क्या है भाई? कोविड.
पढ़ लो भाई.
अरे नुबैर शाह स्नेक.
नुबैर शाह स्नेक क्या है? ये अच्छा.
अरे वो स्ट्रीम पे आके चीटिंग करते हैं भाई हमारे स्ट्रीम पे आके.
समय मैं ना सब चेस प्लेयर्स को लेके आता हूँ एक एक करके. आप अलग अलग नाम दीजिए, जैसे नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी, नुबैर शाह स्नेक, फिर ये सब चेस प्लेयर्स को अच्छे नाम मिलेंगे नए.
भाई मैच कैसा था आप ये बताओ भाई.
भाई मैच बढ़िया था भाई.
सही था. क्या मस्त अटैक हुआ.
आप जरा नुबैर मुंह नंबर बताइए जहाँ पे ब्लैक इंप्रूव कर सकता था.
जी मुझे लगता है
नहीं. the perfect question is कौन सा?
24 के बाद नाइट C6 was possible.
जरा वापस जा रहा हूँ. हाँ भाइयों, मैं जरा शेयर कर रहा हूँ या स्क्रीन को. सब लोग छोटे हो जाएंगे बट इट्स ओके.
छोटे ही है भाई हम आपके सामने.
शेयर स्क्रीन.
भाई जनता जिनको नहीं पता, नुबैर शाह स्नेक जो है बहुत बार उन्होंने मल्टीपल टाइम्स दे हैव डिफीटेड अपने सागर शाह जी.
ऐसे नहीं है भाई, स्कूल लेवल है.
अभी देखो समय
अभी हो जाए भाई. सागर शाह वर्सेस नुबैर शाह अभी हो जाए भाई.
स्ट्रीम पे बोल दिया है नुबैर इज अ बेटर प्लेयर देन मी. कोई फाइट की गुंजाइश नहीं है.
अरे
भाई सागर भाई पोजिशनल चेस में बहुत स्ट्रांग है.
पेटिशन भाई हो जाए ना यार एक.
हाँ पर
लेकिन भाई आई मस्ट थैंक यू, लाइक जो हम हैंड एंड ब्रेन में जो मैच जीते, मतलब हमें जो प्लस पोजीशन मिली, क्योंकि वो आपका रूल फॉलो किए. वो बोले रुक टू द 7th रैंक. और नाइट B4 पे था, जैसी पोजीशन थी नाइट ऑन B4. समय भैया वाज प्लेइंग ब्लैक. ही प्लेड रूक C2 एंड माय क्वीन वाज ऑन D1. और मुझे यहाँ पे A3 खेलने का मौका मिल गया. नाइट ऑन B4 इज अटैक्ड एंड ही कैन नॉट मूव बिकॉज़ C2 वाज हैंगिंग.
मतलब मेरा रूल गलत हो गया ना.
आपका तो सारा रूल गलत है भाई. आपने जब से वो क्वीन किंग्स इंडियन सिखाया, मैं सारे मैच हारा लगातार.
मैं आपको बताता हूँ क्या हुआ था. देखो समय का ओपोनेंट खेलता है D4, ठीक है. तो समय खेलता है नाइट F6. फिर ओपोनेंट खेलता है बिशप F4. समय खेलता है G6, E3, बिशप G7, फिर नाइट F3, D6. फिर ओपोनेंट खेलता है C3. समय बोलता है कैसल. फिर यहाँ पे वो बोलता है सागर शाह ने हमको सिखाया है कि ये बिशप देना नहीं है, पर सागर शाह का हम नहीं सुनेंगे. आज हम खेलेंगे बिशप G4. तो ओपोनेंट खेलता है H3. फिर वो मारता है, फिर समय मारता है, फिर बोलता है नाइट D7, और फिर ये मारता है पॉन और बोलता है ओ माय गॉड सागर शाह का सुन लेना चाहिए था. क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं, क्या कर रहा हूँ
यार. आपको पूरा पोजीशन याद है यार.
भाई ये डाउट हमें भी पूछा उन्होंने, लाइक कि बिशप G4 सही है गलत है.
और तुमने क्या बताया?
हमने बताया कि आप बिल्कुल सही है, नाइट D7 नहीं खेलना चाहिए.
बिशप को नाइट के लिए देते.
भाई ऐसा नहीं बताया उन्होंने. बोला सागर शाह कुछ नहीं. सागर शाह को पेला है मैंने 3 बार.
अरे कुछ भी भाई स्ट्रीम है, स्ट्रीम पे जाके देखिए. मैंने ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
कसम से उन्होंने बोला कि सागर शाह सिर्फ वही वीडियो डालता है इसमें वो मेरे को हराता है. मैंने पेला है उसको.
नहीं भाई दोनों वीडियोस है भाई, दोनों वीडियो चेसबेस पे है, ऐसे नहीं है
भाई. नुबैर शाह स्नेक.
लेकिन एक बात तो है, जब भी हम दोनों खेलते हैं बड़ा इंस्ट्रक्टिव गेम होता है, भले कुछ भी हो.
एग्जैक्टली. देखो समय आप क्या कर रहे हो, जैसे चेस प्लेयर्स के बीच में दरार ला रहे हो, दरार, लाइक यू आर ट्राइंग टू ब्रेक देम अप, बट यहाँ पे यूनिटी है, यू नो, रिस्पेक्ट, म्यूचुअल रिस्पेक्ट टू द कलीग्स।
हाँ, स्ट्रीम पे उस दिन तो नहीं लग रहा था भाई, जो मैंने तो नहीं सुना रहा था भाई।
अब भाई टीम मैच खेल लेते सागर भाई और मैं और आप दोनों।
अरे भाई ये पहले मैच तो एनालाइज हो जाए, जो वैभव सेठिया ने जो अभी हगार मचाया है, ये सर को दिखाना है क्या?
ये सर को दिखाएंगे हम, अगर सर पहले 2 गेम एनालाइज कर लेंगे तो ये भी दिखाएंगे
भाई। सर को सर दर्द हो जाएगा भाई।
बट नुबेर का ये आइडिया अच्छा है, लाइक प्लेइंग समथिंग लाइक डबल्स और समथिंग, वी कैन डू दैट नेक्स्ट टाइम। नुबेर, आज 9 बजे रमेश सर आने वाले हैं, सो आई थिंक वी विल नॉट स्टार्ट समथिंग राइट नाउ, क्योंकि फिर वो आएंगे एंड देन we may have to stop it. But बहुत अच्छा लगा आप आए नुबेर on the stream, and just एक आपके just thoughts बता दीजिए यहाँ पे ये गेम के बारे में, so that Vaibhav can know where he went wrong, Samay can know what he should not have done, although he wins the games at some point. I think he didn't play well. क्या लगता है आपको?
Come on bro.
I think जो queen b6 था, move number 5, like वहाँ पे knight c6 was better, right? Just attacking the queen.
हाँ, Vaibhav, knight c6.
हाँ, like
developing with a tempo.
और अभी like queen has to move and then maybe d4 and just d5 and.
I would have gone queen d3.
अभी just d4. और अभी knight को move करना पड़ेगा और फिर e5, like पूरा center control हो गया।
समझो ये तो।
Oh right.
और तो then f4.
f4 is possible but king weak हो जाएगा।
हाँ तो होने दो ना भाई।
समय आज सीखने नहीं आए, there is no learning, आज समय आया है रिबेल मोड में, रिबेल
करना है पूरा, मतलब आज एकदम।
f4 में क्या दिक्कत है भाई, क्या तकलीफ है भाई, क्या तकलीफ है सचिन को?
b4 हो सकता है, बिशप b4 टाइप, बिशप b4। एक सिंपल ट्रैप है, बिशप b4, बिशप d2, ef4, बिशप b4, नाइट b4, क्वीन d4 पे नाइट।
भाई हिंदी में बोले।
ठीक है, देखो ये क्या बोल रहे हैं, ये मारेंगे, ठीक है, अब ये बिशप पिंड है तो आप इसको मारेगा
वो बिशप को,
फिर आप ये मारोगे,
हाँ खत्म।
अभी प्रॉब्लम हो गया।
अब नाइट, अब क्वीन का वो पॉन नहीं मारेगा क्योंकि 4 को जाएगा, नहीं मारेगा। मैंने बोला नहीं मारेगा भाई,
नहीं मारेगा तो पॉइंट डाउन है।
ओ या पॉइंट है भाई, सही है यार, कुछ तो सीखा है आपने भी।
तो ठीक है, तो वैभव नाइट c6 अच्छा था, आपने ये खेला, और अभी ये मूव ये मूव क्या है समय, सारे ओपनिंग प्रिंसिपल गए किधर भी, ये सेम पीस डेवलप्ड है, उसको ही मूव कर रहे हो।
At this point I was a little relieved and I was like चलो ले लो यार, खत्म हो अब। जो
भाई मेरा प्लान ये था कि अगर वो कुछ और करेगा, मतलब अगर उसने कुछ ऐसे किया जैसे उंगली a6 जो वैभव सेठिया का फेवरेट है, कि अगर वो, तो मैं
यही कैलकुलेशन चल रहा है, मुझे तो ऐसे लग रहा है मेरा जिंदगी पूरा वेस्ट हो चुका है। A6 मूव है
भाई, ये नहीं, सॉरी
I think इसके बाद बोलना जरूरी है, कभी कहते हैं
भाई h6 अगर वो h6 खेलते, हाँ तो मैं वैभव सेठिया मूव, तो मैं क्वीन से क्वीन लेता, वो पॉन लेते और फिर मैं नाइट टू c7 चेक करता। दैट वाज माय प्लान। ओके
गाइस, रमेश सर बोल रहे हैं ही इज रेडी, so I think we will get him on air. नुबेर जी,
ये माइग्रेन नहीं दिखाएंगे उनको, ये माइग्रेन बंद करो भाई।
नुबेर we will have you on stream tomorrow, and
भाई नुबेर भाई मैंने तो नहीं सुन के लिया होता, आपको इससे निकाल रहे भाई सागर शाह स्ट्रीम से। I would not have listened भाई।
This is respect for Ramesh sir, like he's the India's best coach, so this is
so you should also stay, no, we will all learn together bro। ओके, अगर सागर शाह नहीं चाहता है,
ये तो नेक्स्ट टाइम इनके स्ट्रीम पे आके मैं ऐसा समय का वाट लगाने वाला हूँ ना। साथ में करेंगे नुबेर, थैंक यू सो मच नुबेर, एंड मिलते हैं, बाय
नुबेर भाई।
ओके,
see you भाई, I would like to see you around।
ठीक है रमेश, I'll send रमेश जी the link to join in।
अरे अभी सीरियस हो जाना, ठीक है?
Okay, I'll maybe give him a call।
भाई रमेश जी का फुल नेम क्या है भाई?
RB रमेश।
और RB का फुल फॉर्म
रामचंद्रन रमेश।
भाई रमेश ही बुलाते, रमेश सर। ऐसे बैठते हैं ऐसे मस्त। भाई बोला से वो लग रहा है भाई को ऐसे
Hello?
पता ना HOD.
Yeah. If you can click on the link and join in, then I will be there. Yeah, thanks. समय का मुझे वो आनंद विषय आनंद आए थे तब का याद आ रहा है. उनको समझ में नहीं आता क्या बोलूं, जोक करूं नहीं करूं.
हाँ यार,
अरे भाई
एक बार तो लगता ही है मन में.
नमस्ते सर.
हेलो सर.
नमस्ते.
Hello, hi Ramesh, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Hello, Sagar. Hello, Samay, and hello, Vaibhav.
Hi sir.
Morning to everyone.
So
Good
before
morning,
I
sir.
introduce Ramesh to the viewers, I want to ask you, Ramesh, do you know Samay and Vaibhav? They have been playing chess since so many days in the lockdown.
Yeah. My pleasure. I've followed your reports on ChessBase India
Okay.
as well. Like, I'm very happy that Samay and Vaibhav are doing a great job to popularize the game online. And I read that you have more than like 20,000 viewers, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yes sir. Yes.
One of the shows, yeah.
Fantastic.
So it's an honor to be here.
Wonderful. I would like to tell the viewers that if there is one chess trainer who has contributed immensely to Indian chess, it is Ramesh. He has created innumerable grandmasters. Some of them are Pragnananda, Arvind Chidambaram, Karthikeyan Murli, and so many young talents train with him in his chess academy in Chess Gurukul in Chennai. And there's one thing which shows what first of all, when India won a medal at the Olympiad, which is the only team medal that India has won, Ramesh was the coach of the team. And also in a World Youth Olympiad that was in 2015, जहाँ पे under 8, under 10, under 12 ऐसे एज कैटेगरी के प्लेयर्स खेलते हैं. India got 5 medals, gold medals, 5 gold medals, and all 5 of them were from Chess Gurukul and trained under Ramesh. So world youth में they were training and Ramesh was their trainer.
Wow.
So
Damn nice.
Sir, how does it feel to now come down to us, sir?
Can I repeat again?
I said, how does it feel after all this achievement to come and train us?
No. It's my pleasure. Because for me, chess, I love both chess as well as teaching chess.
Oh.
So
Actually, it might have been a while you've seen such erroneous chess, so maybe today might be just a little bit of a surprise.
So one thing I was always curious about that many people are chess teachers,
Okay.
but they don't pursue the world championship. They don't pursue the championship. So is it like, why is it that so? Is there a difference between being a great player and being a great teacher?
No, I think there are two questions here. One is the difference between being a teacher and a player. Yeah, I think the more I interact with the players who are players as well as coaches, and the ones who are purely chess coaches, I see a big difference. And even during this lockdown period, I've been sorry, my Hindi is not good. So
No, sir. Our English is also not good, sir.
Fine.
No, English is good, Ramesh. Yeah.
Yeah. So thing is, during the lockdown period, I've been doing some camps for along with the foreign trainers for some foreign clubs, and one thing is like for the players, they are more concerned about increasing their own abilities, and they know their shortcomings, and they are trying to find ways to overcome them and get better. But from a trainer's viewpoint, it is different. It is something like a parent-child kind of analogy we can give. For a child, everything is about the child, right? I want this, I want that. But from the parent's viewpoint, it's everything about the children. You want everything for the children. Something like this. We could see what was happening in Samay.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Parents, the parents moment you mentioned parents.
Yeah. So something similar. So when we look at solving others' problem, we come up with different solutions than when we are trying to solve our own problems. So there are completely two different perspectives here. So that is one thing. And what was the other question? Sorry, I forgot the first part.
how is my basic question was, sir, what is your rating, sir?
Okay, my rating I even forgot because it's like 12 years since I last played. I think it's around 2474 if I'm not mistaken.
So that's what I wanted to ask. So does a good teacher have to be a great player also, or there's like what my question is like this? For example, Vidit Gujarati is there. He's number 2 of India, but I don't think he would be a great teacher. So is there a
wait,
difference?
I'm going to record this and send it to Vidit.
मैं कुछ भी बोल रहा हूँ.
Now that he's not there. Like,
No, what I mean to ask is, like, does teaching require another skill set totally, or you just have to be a good player to become a good teacher?
No, I don't think being a good player necessarily guarantees that we can be a good coach.
Yes,
like I said, you have to have the ability to think about the other person and try to understand their problems, and also the solutions you come up with should be applicable to that person. Because if I'm a player and I'm trying to solve my problems, I know my strengths and limitations. So I will try to find solutions which I'm comfortable with, and I will discard solutions which I'm not comfortable with. But what I am uncomfortable, the other person could be comfortable. So we have to look from the other person's viewpoint. I think this is the critical requirement to be a trainer. Like what the player needs, we should be able to provide and help them develop.
Thank
and
you,
the other thing is
I
like,
also have a.
yeah, please.
I'm so sorry. I cut you short. So sorry.
No, like you asked like why we are not producing great players, something like that. If I'm not first part?
No, he was just curious as to like how teachers and players are.
Yeah, generally what was happening earlier, like a couple of decades ago, when I was also an active player, whenever we had problems, and we had plenty of them, we did not know how to overcome those issues. And in many cases, we did not even know what our actual problems were. We only had an imaginary idea of about shortcomings. And whenever we felt inadequate in some areas, we had to talk to other players, or we have to wait for the camp which the Indian Federation will organize for the top players in India from foreign coaches. And the foreign coaches, they were not understanding our issues. And Indians have a different mentality of looking at things. And the people from the West, they have a significant difference in how they look at things. Some basic differences are there. For example, we can, let's say, we can have a class at 7 o'clock in the morning, right? You cannot have a class at 7 o'clock in the morning for Indian students. Sorry, Western students. They will all be asleep. So fundamentally there are.
Yeah, in my class, these people don't sleep at all. Like they are awake entire night and then they come.
We are still living on Western time, apparently.
Yeah, so there are fundamental differences, and our psychology also, some differences are there. So we can actually push the Indian students to do many things which won't work with the Western audience. So that difference is also there. Yeah, why do you want to ask something?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a question, but in general, like I just think like the idea of, I mean, the players that you're coaching, they, I usually like, is it okay to say that they're better players than you? I think
they eventually become much better players than me. Yeah. So they start, when we begin the sessions, usually like I'm superior to them in my knowledge and experience.
And then later.
Yeah. And soon they become.
It's like there are times I don't understand like the whole idea of coaching someone who's so talented. The players, the coaches have to be like so informed, because say for example when Sachin was batting, there was a coach who was teaching batting to Sachin also. And it's so weird to just wrap my head around it, but yeah, it happens.
Yeah, okay.
I would like to Ramesh, I would like to interject here. So the thing is, when Anand was one of the best players in the world, I think Ramesh grew up watching Anand play, at the highest level. And then when actually at the last Olympiad, when Anand was the member of the team, Ramesh was the trainer of that team. So, this is what I think your question is. Like,
it's just...
How can a trainer teach someone who is much superior to him? Right? Yeah. I think that's the question you are asking.
Like sort of.
So now if we take like, if I want to do become a bodybuilder, then I go to a gym, and then you can have some old guy also as a gym trainer, because the gym trainer is not going to lift the weights. He knows okay, if I have to improve my biceps, triceps, I have to reduce my abdomen, improve my quads, like what exercises need to be done, where my weaknesses are, and in how much load he can add to my muscles. He will know, he should have very good understanding and idea about these things. And then he will just ask me to do the things, and we have to lift the weights. Right.
It's like the
He doesn't necessarily have to lift the weights. Because as a player, I have made a lot of mistakes. I've gone through many difficult situations myself, and I have found some solutions for some of the problems successfully, and some of the problems I could not handle them successfully, and I interact with others. So basically, there is a lot of experience, self-experience, and knowledge gained over the decades. And this is what we are sharing with the young generation. So they don't have to spend couple of decades to gain all this knowledge. If it comes directly from person X, they can grasp it in probably 1 or 2 years.
It's damn interesting to know. I mean, the story also, Sagar, you shared, that was that damn nice.
Yes. It's amazing how so many of the things have happened. Like recently, Pragnananda won under 18 World Championship at the age of just 14 years. And at that point, Ramesh was his. I mean, he still is his trainer, but he was there at the tournament. So a lot of achievements of Indian chess are linked to his name, and we are so grateful that he is training. And Ramesh, today will be the toughest of your assignments actually, because before you came here, Samay and Vaibhav both played a game each with one of the viewers. And so I'm going to share that game with you, and you will have to gauge from their games what they are doing wrong and try to give them suggestions as how they can improve.
Okay, what they are doing right will be easier to spot, I believe.
So sir, if you can tell us from the games that you see, what you think our rating is, then we will be like very excited.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to share the screen with you, so you can see. Share screen. Share. Okay, so I think you can see the screen.
Yeah, I can.
Samay has switched off his video. I think he doesn't want to see. Okay, so this is the first game. This is Vaibhav is playing black in this game, and his opponent is Ishan, who's also one of the viewers or right now who's watching it. So basically, it's not just Vaibhav who's learning, but also Ishan who would be seeing the video. So e4, e5, and you can tell me at which moment I should stop or.
Yeah. Okay, so Queen E7 is not the best move. Probably Queen F6.
Queen F6. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So we attack the knight twice. And the thing is, like, I can understand the move Queen E7 because you're worried that the Bishop C5 is hanging before the previous move. After Bishop E3, it was indirectly hanging. So you wanted to keep it safe. And probably you wanted to avoid D6 or B6 because of doubled pawn or tripled pawns after knight to C6. So Queen E7 is an understandable move, but not the precise one. Queen F6, C3, Knight G7. This is how usually they play.
Queen F6,
but okay.
C3, and Knight
G7. Yeah. So now there are two options for white. One is G3 or Bishop C4. And for G3, they go H5. I think Hari Krishna has played a game like this.
Oh.
And these days, there are artificial intelligence that have come into chess as well. And there is an engine, Lilago 0. And one of its trademark moves, both from white and black, is to push the H pawn as early as possible. So this is a typical Lilago 0 move. Okay, and the other option is to go Bishop C4 instead of G3. And here we go Knight E5. Bishop E2. The bishop is under attack. Now the idea is to push F4 and then followed by E5. When the knight moves, they'll push the E pawn as well. So we have to stop F4 by playing Knight G6. So here there is a funny, no, the other knight. The Knight 5 to, yeah, it goes like this.
I have to tell you guys that if you ask any opening to him, He will be able to explain to you without any preparation, because that's the level of his opening knowledge. This is Scotch opening, which is quite a complex one, and he could tell you in depth what are the possibilities and everything. So fantastic.
So how many openings are there? Which
It's like how many jokes are there? No, okay. I really don't know. I really
no,
don't
how
know
many
the number.
we can transpose most openings into some openings.
Yeah, there are major openings like from the white side, E4 and D4 were the two main openings earlier. But nowadays, knight f3, which is called the Reti, is also quite popular. And C4 is called the English opening. So from white side, these four are the major. And against each, there are some typical openings, typical main openings. Maybe 50 major openings overall.
50?
Yeah, possibly.
Wow. Is there a strong opening starting with B4?
B4, okay, people play B4, but it's usually the amateurs play this, or strong players play this for fun. But it's not a very serious option.
Obviously. Okay, I was just curious.
Okay, so he played.
So Queen E7 is suspicious. Okay. So now we have two problems. One is knight D5, and the other was knight F5. So the previous move, had he played knight f5, maybe you could take queen into e4.
Yeah.
You had that option. Okay. You had the option to take queen e4 along with queen e5. But now you don't have this queen e4 option. So with knight c3, he was threatening two things. One, to play knight d5. The other is knight f5 without allowing queen takes pawn. So you played knight f6. Yeah, now he could have played knight f5, I guess.
Yeah.
Which he did not. And then your queen will be overloaded. It has to defend the bishop and also the pawn on g7. So even if you go queen f8, I can take knight into g7 and he could have won a pawn. Or I can change the move order. I could first take on c5 and g7. But I think maybe knight g7 first is better. Yeah, so in both the ways you would have lost a pawn.
Yeah, so knight f5 was a good move for white here, but white actually went f3.
Yeah, this is typical, understandable mistake because when players are in the improving stage, they usually, when they see something is under attack, they try to defend. So like you played queen e7 to defend your bishop indirectly. He's playing f3. The moment he sees the pawn on e4 under attack, his first instinct is to defend. Okay, but generally we should not try to do that. So like they say, counter attack is the best defense. So he should not have probably done this. Should have gone knight f5.
So is it true that when a position like this comes, white should first look at what he can threaten in the position, and then he should, if that doesn't work, he should look at his own defensive option?
Yeah, generally like whenever opponent is playing normal common sense moves, then we also do the same. We also have to play normal common sense moves or decent moves. But whenever our opponent is breaking some principles and he does something unusual, then we have to realize the only way to punish unusual mistakes by taking some risk or playing unusual moves ourselves. So it is something like I am driving in a highway at night. The road is reasonably empty. I'm going fast. And suddenly I see a car coming straight at me on my side of the road. Now, this is not normal, right?
Yeah.
He should go in his lane. I should drive in my lane. But he is coming in my lane straight at me. So this is unusual situation. Now, I cannot do normal thing. I cannot just keep going and say, I'm on the right side. So you have to change. Maybe he's drunk. Maybe he has slept.
Maybe he's in Gurgaon.
Huh? Maybe?
He's in Gurgaon.
So I have to do something unusual. Maybe I should go to the other side, let him pass, and then come back to my lane. Or I should just go out of the road, let the drunk guy pass. So the thing is like when your opponent does something unusual, we have to notice it then and there. And then we should also try to do unusual stuff. So for example, the queen e7 was not a natural move because it invites attacks from the opponent. Like he could get knight d5 or knight f5. So those are the first things he should be looking at. Yeah, so knight f6, maybe he should go knight f5 here.
Yeah.
Okay, so he played f3. Now f3 again is not an usual move. It's a defensive move. So when a defensive move like this is played, we should also look at trying to punish it with some unusual moves. So the first thing that comes to my mind is d5, or maybe just castle first.
No, this is amazing. The first move that came to your mind was played by Vaibhav. Vaibhav, proud moment for you.
Oh, yeah.
But good thing, like you took the risk, took the bull by the horns. It also stops knight f5.
Yeah.
Oh, that okay. So now f5 is protected by the bishop.
Yeah. The bishop is protecting f5. You're basically opening up the position. Yeah, okay.
All this is okay?
Should I have captured though?
Yeah, I think some interesting ideas were there. Maybe d4 earlier, or maybe we can consider pawn sacrifice without bishop d7. Maybe direct castling.
Yeah.
I was not sure about that.
You're directly castling. Okay.
Yeah. So, but this is something we have to calculate and find out if it is working or not. So most likely he will take bishop into knight, and pawn into bishop, and knight into pawn, and maybe we have to go queen d6.
Right.
And so probably he has to take bishop c5, and I have to take queen c5. So this was the point I was not sure. Bishop into rook, and probably I don't have much here.
Something like bishop a6 with the idea, but
Yeah, queen d2.
Yeah, it's slow. Yes.
So I was not sure. We'll just play long castle. Rook down.
Yeah.
Exchange down. Yeah. So you can take rook 8 and you'll play long castle. So it doesn't seem to work.
So in general, if you want to justify an idea, sometimes it can be done on just normal logically, but sometimes it has to be done with calculation.
Yeah. So ideally, the ideal combination is you come up with an idea, a concept, and then the calculation supports it. That is the best case scenario. So you played BD song, which is quite natural too. Yeah, so here also maybe D4 is worth considering. But I don't know whether it is necessary. And then maybe play long castle as well.
Okay, so some
keep that option
of going the other way.
You have an extra possibility. Put some pressure on D4.
So short castle, rook e1, and he took on e4 now.
Okay, this looks natural.
A3.
Okay, A3 is a time wasting move. So in chess there are three things. One is quantity, the other is quality, and the other is time factor. Quantity, quality, and time.
Okay.
Yeah, so these three factors are there. And what it means, quantity, it is easy to understand. We just count the pawns and pieces and see how much units both sides have. And that will give us an idea about who is better or who is not, who is worse. So if the quantity is equal, then we also have to look at the quality of the units. So whose pieces are more active. So in chess, we call them active and passive. So if some guy is like sleeping in the class, he is passive. Paying attention is active. So like Samay and Vaibhav. So active pieces and passive pieces are there. So the side with active pieces usually stands better, which is also easy to understand. So we have to give due importance to our quality of our pieces too, not just the quantity. And then the time factor. The time factor is how quickly you get things done. It's not the time on the clock, but if you want to do something, how quickly you get it done, how you convert the idea into reality. So A3 doesn't help in solving his problems. Right. So what problems white has. White's problem is one, he has just lost a pawn, and two, the queen and the rook are not developed. The rook and the queen, they are not developed, and there are some things going in his favor, which is the rook e1 and the queen e7 on the same file, and this bishop c5, bishop e3, king g1 pin also should be a concern from both sides. Even black should worry about it sometimes because the bishop c5 could be hanging at times. So he should be trying how to capitalize on these things. But a3 doesn't doesn't take advantage of his strengths, nor doesn't exploit the weaknesses of the opponent. It's just a pass move or an irrelevant move. Like, for example, India and China are facing off in the Ladakh region, and in Chennai, we mobilize all our forces, something like this. So, A3 is not doing anything to solve his problems, nor exploit opponent's problems. So I think this is a big waste of time.
Yeah.
So now you took EF3, which is also understandable because at the upcoming level, we give too much importance to material. So we are basically like Pac-Man.
Right.
So the Pac-Man's job is eat all the dots, right? And occasionally we eat the ghosts too, and then the problem comes. So in chess, we should not give too much importance to material all the time. We should also give importance to the time factor and the quality. So now if we understand this, if we go back just one more, Sagar, so maybe you could just play rook a d8. The rook a8, the quality is not good. By bringing it to d8, you are improving the quality. And you're also taking care of the time factor.
So but can't we do it anyway?
Sorry?
Can't we take e takes on f3 and after they take,
but
and then
we are wasting one move. So I'll put it this way. On 11th move, you can play rook a d8, or on 12th move, you can play rook a d8.
Okay.
Or
right. So the point is, these pawns, they are like worms. So when we try to catch fish, on the hook, we put the worms, and the worms are wriggling. The fish finds it attractive, tries to grab the worm, but gets caught in the hook. So we lost a worm, but we got a fish. But the fish got a worm, but it lost itself. So this is the thing, like material or quality. So which is more important? It also tells about ourselves. So ideally, as we grow, try to become stronger, we should learn to give more importance to quality and time instead of quantity. In many situations, quantity doesn't play a major role. It is the quality of the pieces and how quickly you mobilize them. That is more important.
And I think deciding between quality and time is actually you learn through experience, maybe.
No, it is through experience, but it can also be taught. It can also be learned easily. So when is time relevant? This is very important.
Okay.
So there are two types of position, dynamic and static. So in dynamic positions, things are happening, things are changing very fast. Lot of action, and it's like rock music. And in static positions, things are very stable, simple, quiet, closed nature. Not necessarily closed. Sometimes it could be closed. Sometimes it could be very simple, non-violent. It is like Carnatic music. Like this. So there are two contrasting positions. One which is very quiet and slow and simple. The other is complex, lot of action, very complex. And so in complex positions, in dynamic positions, time is getting more importance. Time is more important because the speed, it is like the war has started and then you cannot mobilize, you don't have time to mobilize things. So before the war starts, you have to have everything in the right place, right? When the fight is going on, you cannot say, okay, bring that one here. So In dynamic positions, time is more important. In static positions, time is not important. For example, at times of peace, we don't have to quickly take all the weapons to the border, right? It can be done in our own convenience. So in static positions, time is not important. In dynamic positions, time is important.
Fantastic.
Would this would be a dynamic or like?
Yeah, this is a dynamic position. Yeah. So to understand whether the position is dynamic or static, you need experience. But again, this we can learn from common sense. So the point is, till now we did not know that there is this concept of quality, quantity, time was there, and we did not know there are different types of position. So I just now explained there are two different types of position, dynamic and static, and the response should vary. So in dynamic positions where a lot of action is happening, so time and quality, finally quantity. In this order, I would say.
Okay.
Time, that is the speed, how quickly you do things, get things done. Second is quality. Third, I would say quantity. But in static positions, yeah, in static positions, it is the quality and then quantity and then time. This 1 and 2 in some specific cases can vary in both dynamic and static. According to the situation, they can replace each other, 1 and 2. But they will be 1 and 2.
Okay.
3 will always be 3. So now we have got some new perspective, right? And one thing we have to realize, the game will never be dynamic or static throughout. It will not be constant. It is something like a river taking birth and then going through different terrains, finally mixing with the ocean. So what is happening to the water speed? It is never constant, isn't it? So according to the terrain, it will change. So if the terrain is very flat, then it could look like a lake, right? The water is not moving much. There is no action. There is no gravity involved. But if the terrain is like a cliff, so it will be a waterfall. Then the force and speed is too much, right? So the water speed is constantly evolving, constantly changing. So this move, it could be a dynamic position. The next move, it could be static, and static, static, dynamic, dynamic, static. So it could change move to move based on what both the players are doing on the board. So their moves will have a great impact, whether the position remains dynamic or static. So we cannot say, okay, on 10th move, the position was dynamic. So on move 20 also, it's going to be dynamic. No. So we have to just pay attention to this small factor. Now, how do we understand it is dynamic or static? In a dynamic position, there will be captures, check captures will be possible, or some attack is happening. A lot of pieces are hanging, or something's under pin. Now in this position, you have a lot of all those things happening. So there is a tension between the pawns, there is tension between the pieces. So a lot of captures are possible. So when a lot of captures are possible, it is dynamic. So in such situations, what we should do in dynamic situations, like I mentioned, time and quality are critical. So you have to quickly mobilize your forces. That's why I suggested rook a d8. And the other thing is you have to calculate. So here you should not take intuitive decisions or decisions based on common sense alone. So you also have to work out some simple variations.
Okay. Guys, all those who are sending in some questions for Ramesh sir through super chat, we will come to it later after the training session is over. But Ramesh, what people are saying here, like Rohit Katta is saying, nothing can get more OP is overpowered than Ramesh sir's analogies. And Dhananjay Kulkarni is saying, didn't think chess and life are so much related. Great explanation. Thanks Ramesh. Thanks Sagar for introducing this to everyone. So people are just loving, like for example, Kovid Rathi says, superb analogies. That's why he's a great teacher. So your analogies are...
one thing I learned is like when I was a child, now I look back, most of the things I learned, it is from my parents or my grandmother or grandfather and so on. And they did not tell us to tell us things directly, but they were telling things to stories. And so I understood, like, for young minds, for young children, they learn things better through stories when we give some analogies. So I co-opted it in my training. So, and usually I work with lot with young children. So when I tell this way, they can relate to it. They can understand it better. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, we are also young children only, sir.
Yeah,
I was
will
waiting for that.
assume like that.
Just 22, sir.
I won't publicly disagree with it.
Okay, into f3. He took c6, bishop c6, knight f5,
Queen takes bishop. No.
bishop e3, rook takes, and queen c5.
Yeah, one thing I notice is, like, most of the things what you are doing makes a lot of sense, and that is a big compliment, because I don't know about your rating. Okay, what I see is 1392, but 1392 is actual rating or
No.
leak?
This is just play chess rating, but it's just
yeah.
because they sometimes play game, they abort it, so it's not a very steady rating.
Yeah, but you are playing at a much higher level. Like, you have a very good understanding, good common sense, and what you are doing, generally it makes sense.
So
But
you wait.
there are some-
We will show you his third game,
I'm
sir.
really glad.
you know, Ramesh, there is one famous stand-up act by Samay in which he says, I just don't understand this concept of biopics which are made on people. Like, wait karo,
Who are alive.
wait karo, क्या पता कि आगे की जिंदगी में they may do something which will totally be in opposite of what they have done. Yeah, but so queen c5 and he played knight e7, king h8, queen e1.
Okay, so now some interesting idea, maybe f2, if king f2 or queen f2, knight g4 is tempting.
Oh, I didn't see.
Even queen f2, knight g4. It is tempting.
But he
Okay, or just bring rook e8 or direct knight g4. Yes,
yeah,
everything.
this is a good move. Yeah, he played this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. b4 and he took.
Yeah. So, okay, you are completely winning now. You have a extra rook.
Why did he do that? Like, that was just a blunder, right?
Yeah.
No, but I think, like, he played a3, and his idea was to play b4. So he is being consistent. And in between, why he played all other stuff? Because you are attacking something and he was defending those things. But he was being consistent in executing his plan of playing a3. So he already went on the wrong path. He wanted to play a3, b4, and he could not control himself. So this is also another quality we have to learn. Like, once we realize we are going in the wrong path, it is very important we don't continue going in the same path. We have to stop ourselves at the right moment and make some changes. But not many can do this. It's a kind of the ego loss. Like, I went in the wrong path. To agree, it's not easy, even to oneself.
Yeah.
So this b4 is not solving any problem. Okay, it's.
But you know, in this position, he took here and then.
This probably is not required.
That is mistake.
So again, you see, like, you are doing the same mistake. You are constantly going after material.
Yeah.
You are giving importance to material, because that is what we learn in the initial stages, that we should not give material, and when opponent gives free material, grab the free material. So it is like, whenever you see a popcorn, just don't see who has the popcorn. Take few.
Also, I think I took the poisoned popcorn. I should have taken the C2 popcorn.
No, but our problem is our problem is not the knight e3. It is well placed. Our problem is these two rooks are not doing anything.
Right.
So again, you should have just played rook e8 or rook f e8. One of these moves.
Right.
Just mobilize. But for me, this psychology is very important. Like you already have a lot of material advantage, and you still want more. Okay, you could have just moved the bishop somewhere. This was simple. No, not there. Yeah, something like this. Because if he takes the knight with the king, you pin
the f7.
Yeah, so he may bring the other knight, you play c6.
Now can you see his real rating, sir?
Okay, but in this game, black played much better than white. Even though there is a 200-point difference in the rating. Yeah, this was simple. Or even knight c2 was possible.
Yeah. Takes,
oh yeah.
Takes.
Again, this is not required. C6. Rook a d8.
Right, I should have directly done that.
So you want to chase the knight anyway. So why don't you bring the rook in the process?
Right.
Right? You gain some time.
Although I'm losing c7, like I can do that next move also because...
No, if you were worried, you can just play a6 now.
Sorry?
Try to trap. So you'll have to play c4. Okay. No, but he can still escape with c4. Unfortunately, we are not able to do that. So we can go back and we can win the pawn back in any way. So we can play rook c8 and rook into c2 or rook d2 and rook into c2.
Right.
You'll get the pawn back. But in the process, your rook is getting very active as well. Yeah, so c6 again is time loss. Right. So please pay attention to this factor. So try not to lose time with pawn moves or eating material.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
These last two moves were good. He brought the rooks in.
Yeah, very good. So these are all very logical, common sense thing to do. Usually people make mistakes in these things. And there we have more work as trainers. Okay, he's coming into a mating net himself. Yeah, but I could see like you played rook d3. That I was not very happy.
Rook d3. Oh.
Yeah, so maybe we could create some even little backward, Sagar. Yeah, so even this rook e6, rook d6, I was not very sure. But rook e6, okay, king g3 he played. And then this rook g6, instead you could go maybe rook d3.
Okay.
Directly.
Right.
So you would have reached the same position with too many moves ahead. So now he has some issues. If he goes to the f file, you can consider pin. Idea g6. So it's a much better version where your rooks are positioned better. And if he goes to the h file, like he did in the game, then you have rook e4 check. You can create a mating net like this. Some mate should be there. Yeah, and g6.
Sir, how do you know there's a mating net here?
No, whenever the king comes to the corner and we have like too many units, like we have 2 rooks and 3 pawns against a lone king and a knight. So we're just outnumbering too much. It's like a king without bodyguard. He's coming for a walk. So he can be hit.
So in the game, Vaibhav played rook g6, king h4, rook d2, and h6.
But the thing is, like you were okay. This h6 is a very mature move because there is only one weakness in your position, which is the back rank, and you are covering it. Now he played rook e1. So now I'm not sure about rook d3. Maybe just rook f2. Idea attacking the knight and also rook f4 check, king h5, rook g5 mate.
Oh, no. Right.
So for example, if knight e7, check and mate.
So here you see I'm not going after pawn.
Hmm.
I'm not going after pawn, I'm going after the king. But in the game you played rook d3, I think you wanted to eat the a3 pawn, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, I was just like,
Pac-Man syndrome.
if he does not do anything, then I can just prepare. I did not know how to mate over here, but I was just like, I can move this right now for advantage at least. Because if his king comes to attack my rook, then there's a mate, obviously, on h3.
सर अटक गए शायद.
हाँ, I think Ramesh.
भाई मैं खा लूँगा
हाँ हाँ,
फटाफट.
खा लो खा लो.
Oh.
I think Ramesh, you got like it was a
Yeah,
small,
yeah, okay.
but now you're back.
Now it's clear.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe some internet issues at the end of Ramesh, sir. He'll be back. Until then, Samay is eating his food because once his game comes up.
Yeah, okay, I'm back.
Yeah. Okay, you can see and hear as well.
So my internet was not. Yeah, I can.
Okay,
now.
cool.
My internet is unstable, it says.
Yes, a little bit. Rook f6.
Okay, even here again, rook of 3. Okay, fine. Okay. G6 mate. G6 was mate.
Here. Instead of taking, this was a mate.
Ah, damn. Oh, yeah.
No, but you can see it very clearly, right? You are very much attracted to winning material.
Yeah.
Okay, this Pac-Man mentality.
Uh-huh.
So we have to overcome that.
And here also, Vaibhav, there is a mate in one if you can find it.
Oh, it's rook g5.
Yes, absolutely.
So you are very comfortable with the notations now, or you have some issues? You are slowly getting better.
I think I'm slow, but like I'm comfortable with like I can't follow when you say it with like really speed, in good speed. I can't follow it when you say it, but I take my.
But this is a big question, Ramesh, to everyone here who's watching this and also to them. How do they improve at notation? I suggested them you should have a chessboard, ask someone to point at the squares, and then they should say it out. They tried something online, but somehow they're not improving at the notation at very, very easily.
No, first thing is to improve in anything. Forget notation. If I have to improve at my singing or eating habits or whatever. So first thing is I should really want to do it. If I don't want to do it, then I'm not going to do it because others say. So the first we should convince them that it is for their own good that they become good at this as quickly as possible. So that is the first thing. You have to convince them that you need to get better at this. Once they are convinced, then we tell them how to do it. We give them some options, and then they try to get better at it. But it is something like, and I strongly believe once a human mind decides how to get better at something, it will find some way to get better at it. So it won't wait for things to fall in place. So I think that convincing is the critical thing.
That's the job of the coach. Yeah, like coach has to convince them that
you don't have to teach them everything. We just have to teach them that you have to learn a lot.
Takes b5, check, and okay, finally he managed to checkmate.
नहीं वो actually वो pawn खाना आया था. He had come to take the c4 pawn.
Yeah, he was trying to take the pawn and
it was a mate by mistake.
Were you upset, Vaibhav?
I was a little, just a little.
Vaibhav was enjoying eating all the pawns. Suddenly, game ended.
No, but overall the quality was good. Only after in the last moments, the quality dropped.
To the reality.
Probably maybe time trouble. I was not sure. Maybe you're running short of time and the pressure got you.
Yeah, no,
I had like around 1 minute each. 1.5 minutes each, I guess. this is roundabout where I get into time pressure. Yeah.
Okay.
This was all like I wanted.
Much better.
Uh,
Except for that Queen E7 mistake in the opening.
Okay.
Otherwise, the game quality was quite good.
Okay.
But White also cooperated a lot. He played a lot of defensive moves like F3, A3, and all this stuff. And
Cooperation is a nice word, sir.
And the D5 I liked very much. And coming from you, it shows that basic.
Coming from you.
No, you're not a professional.
Yeah.
It's a very professional move.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ramesh, for this game. There is one more game of Samay, and he's very much tensed because his game is going to be assessed. But if you can,
Are you showing the migraine or are you showing
no?
the?
I'm going to show your normal game that you played against Game Zone, and
Yeah.
I think this one was Samay was white and his opponent was black, and more complex than I think the Vaibhav game.
It's okay. Bishop F4 or BG5 are main lines, but E3 also has its own merits.
I'm looking at your expression after every move, sir.
I try not to show my expressions to my students in general, but I will try to be more emotive now. Okay, so here you see like you played BD3, and one small drawback is you played one move with the bishop, and after he took DC4, bishop C4, you played another move with the bishop. So what did we lose here?
Tempo.
We lost some time. We lost a tempo. And what did we gain in the process? Is
Castling, right?
he lost a central pawn. So we have a stronger center now in return for losing a tempo. So he should try to break through quickly with C5, either directly or after development.
Until now, everything is correct, no, sir?
Yeah. You have played all decent moves. No complaints so far. You could have considered DC5 also, going to an end game, but many players at their coming up stage, they don't like to play in games because they think it is all end games are drawn. So they have this feeling that if they go to a game, it will be a draw. So they will avoid, especially if the player is an attacking player. He likes to attack. So they will definitely not play moves like this. But we are throwing the same logic at him. Like he played bishop e7. Now he will have to play bishop c5. So we are gaining back that time. So from that angle, dc5 makes sense. But what we need to...
Sir, but after that, my problem was that if he plays bishop takes c5, I take queen takes, he takes rook.
No, you don't have to take the queen because you lose the open file.
So then how to continue that?
This rook f8 becomes active as well.
So then how to continue?
Queen e2.
Queen e2.
I had to get rook d1.
Why not queen c2, sir?
Because I'm anticipating the rook will come to c8 at some point in future. And I'll have to move the rook again.
Okay.
So I'm anticipating that. And the other thing is, so that's why I didn't want to go queen c2. So if you go back a bit, instead of dc5, you could also play queen e2 directly. And if cd4, rook d1.
Okay.
And then take ed4. And then bishop g5, then d5, something like this. So here it's a temporary pawn sacrifice. We'll get it back. So this was also interesting. Okay, so you played b3, but it makes sense. You want to develop pieces. But here the danger is, if you take cd4, ed4, you'll get an isolated pawn. And in isolated pawn position, maybe the bishop is not well placed on b2.
Yeah, that's what happened later in the game.
it makes sense to have it on f4 or g5.
Okay.
So b3 is little suspicious. But the intention is good. You want to develop. Okay, this move again probably a time wasting move.
But what if he had played b5 right now? If I hadn't played a4 myself.
Just carry on with. Maybe you could consider d5 as well instead of bb2. And if he takes pawn into pawn, knight into.
Knight takes. Okay. Yeah.
So now you're not worried about b5. Now yes, a6 looks a bit strange.
But now what if, sir, bishop to e6?
Yeah, bishop f6 maybe.
No, bishop e6 light square.
One bishop. Yeah, so here just put my rook in an uncomfortable situation. If bishop e6, you can take bishop into e6 or bishop into c6.
His rook file is not a problem to me.
No, with less pieces, he won't have an attack.
Okay, this is what I am always scared of, opening up the rook.
Okay, so when you are opening up the rook, just find out if he has more pieces or less pieces on the board. If less pieces on the board, you don't have to worry about the activity so much. But if more pieces on the board, he gets activity, we have to be very worried. And from this, we can also learn another stuff. If he has a lot of active pieces, exchange few of them. Yeah.
Okay.
This is one big learning for me here.
Yeah, that's very helpful, I guess.
So a4 probably it's a bit time wasting. Okay, this move again I don't like. Knight d5. Maybe you could go b6. So why I said time wasting is, let us count it this way. Sagar, can you go back one more? So now let us say he wants to play b5, bb7, right? It's going to take 2 moves to develop the bishop, b5, bb7. And you wanted to stop it. So you played a4, right? Now he plays b6, bb7. So in how many moves he developed the bishop? Same
3.
2 moves.
2 moves.
b6, bb7.
But
You prevented b5,
a6
bb7. You prevented b5, bb7, but he's doing b6, bb7. Right? So now, let us put it this way. If I go back a4, and he, let us say, he plays bb2. Sorry, you play bb2 here, and he plays b6, and then rook c1, and then bb7. So what is the difference? Now I have rook c1 and bishop b2 developed in that same 2 move time period. But in the game, it is like we have a pawn move a4, right?
So the reason I did a4 was that I feared bishop. I feared b5.
Yeah, you fear b5. But the point is, even if he gets b5, you could come back bd3 or be2.
I don't know. I thought then after that he'll come b4.
Knight a4.
Knight is
the c4 square. C4 square, he will lose control. Okay, I understand your fear. You are afraid of the pawns coming forward with tempo, right? So
and knight going to the side.
Yeah, I understand this fear. So basically, we have to identify your thinking process, how you are thinking, and then we can try to understand it better. So basically, you are afraid when your opponent is to push pawns with tempo. Okay, so you see them as, I have to waste a lot of moves, but he is gaining tempo by advancing all these pawns. And the second fear is the knight going to the corner. These two are two different fears. So main fear is the pawns coming forward. You are afraid of them, especially when they do it with tempo, right? b4 is also a tempo, b5 is also a tempo, attacking the bishop and knight. So how you should start seeing is, don't see these pawn moves as tempo moves, but see them as long-term weaknesses.
Okay, the behind.
Okay, now he cannot go back. So whatever squares he has weakened, it is permanently
b6.
weak now. He cannot do anything about it. So like he mentioned, like the c4 pawn, the b6 square, the c5 squares, they are like permanently weak. And he cannot do anything about it. Isn't it? And what happened to his pieces? Did he develop any pieces in this time when he was pushing b5, b4? he made 2 pawn moves, but you got the rook to c1, knight to a4, right? And the knight a4, temporarily it is in the corner of the board, but it is like it is going to the main junction, c5 or b6, right? So it's a transit point, not the main destination. So temporarily you can put your pieces in bad squares if they are controlling some good squares from there.
Got it.
Yeah. So you don't have to prevent all the pawn tempo moves. Now what mistake he is making? Instead of developing pieces, he is moving the same piece again and again. Yeah, so he should have simply played b6, bb7. So you had the option to destroy his pawn structure, maybe with bishop d5, ed5. And now what happens? He has a pawn on white color in the center, which is fixed, right? And it doesn't have a pawn support. So what in such situations you can do? It could become a bad pawn later. And whenever there is a central pawn fixed in one color, it makes the bishop of that color passive. So the bishop c8 is a potential bad bishop. So potential means it can become a bad bishop in the near future or in the late future. So if there is a potential bad bishop, then one of the things we should try to do is to exchange all other minor pieces. So only that bad bishop remains on the board. And in our side, we should have a knight, preferably. So if we can reach a good knight versus bad bishop, then we can exploit our advantage. So from this end, you can play bishop a3 here. Okay, so let me explain. Now you're attacking the pawn. So you're threatening to take bishop into pawn. So if he takes cd4, he can also play
bishop
b6.
takes.
You take bishop e7 first. So you're exchanging all other minor pieces. Queen into, knight into
Knight
pawn.
takes.
Yeah, knight into,
Queen takes.
So now you see we have achieved our objective, which is we have a knight and he has a bishop. Now let us say he plays bishop e6. Now you can see this is a bad bishop, right? And why is this bishop bad? Not because of the h7 pawn, not because of the f7, not because of b7, not because of a6. So even though there are so many other pawns on white color, it is bad bishop because of the d5 pawn. So it is usually the central pawn that has the potential to make a bishop passive.
So I should never, in this position, I should never play e4 like.
No. You are exchanging his weak pawn. So you should let him suffer with the weak pawn. And many times, even if you're getting the pawn for free, it's better not to take it because it is the pawn that is restricting his bishop. So he'll be very happy to give that pawn away for free. So it is like if I have some waste product in my shop and a useful product in my shop, I will sell the useful product and give the waste product as free. Right? You buy this, you will get this free.
Yes, sir.
So you should give
That's
the
how I got
pawn
my headphones.
free.
Yeah. So basically in this position, better to keep the pawn, maybe improve your position further.
Yeah, just mobilize the pieces.
Got it.
Yeah.
So bishop b2, bishop f6.
I did this just because I like the design, sir. Honestly, if I tell you.
Yeah, all 4 knights, huh?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Anytime I can do that, I do that, sir. I have no other thinking here. Just I like that.
But it's very important. We just don't do things because it's the right thing to do, but also some aesthetics and creativity.
It is so nice they look, sir. Look at them.
Yeah. I didn't notice it first. Normally I look for these things. Okay, so you can take knight f6 now. Maybe you have to.
Was it a bad move though, sir? But like.
No, yeah. There are 2 interesting continuations. One is you take bd5 and then take knight f6.
Sorry.
Or take knight f6.
Here.
After d4, cd4. Both are very good because now you take with the queen. I take knight f6, gf6. King will be shattered. And then you take knight d4. But here maybe it will go to an endgame.
How? Yeah.
You take knight d4, and if I take with the bishop, e5 is coming. It goes to endgame. So maybe not cd5, not this way. So it's my son
Ah.
using
Hey.
Karthik.
You know, in his family, Ramesh's family, his wife is a woman grandmaster, and one of like at one point was India's one of the best players, and daughter is a rated chess player, and also son is playing
Wow.
chess. So basically, full chess family.
PUBG तो नहीं खेला ना sir?
Sorry?
Is he not playing mobile games, no sir?
No, he's I don't know what he's doing.
How,
The lockdown.
what is his
very
rating,
difficult
sir?
to keep them educated.
Wow. What is his
What is
rating,
his
sir?
rating, sir?
He is more into table tennis,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
less into chess.
Okay.
My
So
daughter-
today we are having some table tennis players on my stream playing chess.
Ah, okay. That's good.
Yeah, you were saying something about your daughter, sir?
Yeah, so maybe knight of 6 is the better way.
No, your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter, she also plays chess. She's reasonably good at it.
Rating, if you can tell.
I don't know, maybe 1870, something like that.
Oh damn.
But you see, yeah, like he is not so interested in rating. Like Ramesh is more like how well you play and all of this. So when you asked him his rating,
Yeah, rating is like it's not the correct way to judge people. Only in the long run, but it is
So
the
just
potential and how they realize the potential.
Yes.
Knight of 6 was better.
Sir, I told you, sir. Genuinely, I like that design.
And then yeah, this would have simply got you a very good position.
It got too complicated for my brain. What to do, I had no idea. I thought, okay, I'll wait for them to do something, and then accordingly I'll play.
Okay.
Because
so now after ED4, you have an isolated pawn. So pawn structure wise, it is bad for white. So whenever you have a bad pawn structure, you should not exchange pieces. This you should remember. Okay. When your pawn structure is bad, don't exchange pieces, because there are only two things on the board, pieces and pawns. So if one is bad, you have to compensate with the other. If your pawns are bad, you have to compensate with pieces. So if you show active pieces in the position, then it will compensate for your bad pawn structure.
So if I had gone knight takes on f6 instead,
and then you should not take ED4 because you have already exchanged a piece. So you should keep your pawn structure good. So you have to take with the knight. You don't take with the pawn. So now you have two bishops, pair of bishops.
yeah.
Your dark color bishop is fantastic. And he has to waste time with the queen again. So that has given you a very simple and clear advantage.
Yeah.
And why white got advantage? One side gets advantage only if the other side makes a mistake. And white gets a big advantage. It's because of the move knight d5. That is where black went wrong. By moving this piece unnecessarily and last time.
okay.
Okay, so knight b4. So he is still not developing the pieces. Okay, but you are. So this one, I'm not very sure about the move rook c1, because if you are going to stay with the bishop c4 forever, something like this, then the file is not going to be opened in the near future. So you have to worry about where to put my pieces, the queen and the rooks. So this is a good time to take stock. So you cannot play queen c2, the knight b4 is there. And if you play queen e2, knight f4 could come. So from this, we can see that queen d2 is the safe square for the queen.
Yeah.
Right? So when you are not sure where the rooks should go, and here the queen, you are almost sure where the queen has to go. So it makes sense to move the queen first.
I
And
thought
then
I'll
you
give up
decide
the.
where to put the rooks. So this is one way to think. So if there is a piece which you are not sure where the rook should go, piece should go, and there is another piece where you are very sure where it should go, then it's better to move that piece which you are sure. Another way to look at it is you could also go knight e5 here. So now the point is, if he takes bishop e5, d5, you get two bishops, and your pawn structure is improved. So like I said, you should not exchange pieces, but by exchanging, your pawn structure is getting better, and you're getting 96 almost. Right? So,
But sir, my bishop, my light square bishop is not doing anything.
As of now. And generally the bishops, if you have two bishops advantage, okay, pair of bishops versus bishop and knight, the two bishops in the short run, they don't have to be active. They will do the damage much later. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So when you have two bishop advantage, in the short run, they don't have to be active. In the short run, their main job is don't disturb other pieces. And later, they can become active and show their strength. So knight e5, he should not take. So now at least he should worry about the bishop. So maybe let's say b6. And here you have some interesting ideas. Maybe I'm just thinking one idea is simply get the queen out. Maybe queen f3 or queen g4. Something like this. Finding the best square for the queen so that the rook can come into the game. But there is also another possibility, maybe like bishop a3. Because there is a lot of pin here. So this is also quite interesting.
Can I ask just one more thing, sir? When you said that queen d2 was a better way instead of rook a c1.
The only thing is there are two logic. One is when I am expecting his rook to come to c8 eventually, right? And I have a bad pawn structure. So when I have bad pawn structure, I want to avoid piece exchanges. So if I keep my rook in the open file, then he will most likely they will be exchanged in the open file. So when you have this isolated pawn, your focus should be more on the king side, how to get a king side attack. So there the rook c1 doesn't really help. Okay. So maybe it makes sense to put the rook on d1, so the d4 pawn will be safe once and for all. And then you can use the other pieces to create an attack on the king.
I so admire how Ramesh is teaching you all the advanced concepts with so much patience, because all this what he's telling you is not simple stuff that when you have an open file but a bad pawn structure, he can exchange the rooks in the future. But to explain this stuff itself is so complex, and he's doing it very, very simply. Amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
This a5 was not necessary, but it's just being overcautious. And probably you should not have taken, because
that's what
the mistake you are making, right? You are exchanging pieces, you have bad pawn structure.
I thought my bishop is not doing anything. I did not know this concept that I should have kept it there. So because what Sagar Shah taught us was that knight.
You have bad piece exchange them.
No, he taught us wrong, sir. He said that when in close position, knights are much better.
Okay, so, but you understand from the pawn structure, because the pawn structure is like the skeleton. The skeleton decides the shape of the animal, right? So it is this pawn structure which is deciding the nature of the position. So we should play accordingly. So there is no other big factor, because we all have 4 pieces each. All the pieces are on the board. None of the kings are weak or exposed. So we have to have something to play for. Something should guide our play. If the king is weak, we go after the king. If there is a pawn weakness, we go after the pawn. If we have a long-term advantage like pair of bishops, we play for that. But here there is nothing like that. So it is the pawn structure which is which should guide us. So the pawn structure is not good for you. So you should not exchange pieces. You should keep as many pieces on the
Got it.
board as possible.
Yes. My only thing with this idea was that okay, his knight is probably very strong in the middle. I'll take it, and also I'll
Okay.
get a rook open file for my rook c1.
Yeah, so I will explain. So you are thinking you are applying some logic, some common sense, and you are taking decisions, right? But the thing is, we have to realize everything can be argued in whatever way we want. Okay, so there will be a lot of people who will say Trump is good, and there will be a lot of people who will say Trump is bad, right? Both ways this can be argued, and that is how most of the important things are. Just a moment, please.
Yes, sir. Aram sir.
Yeah, sorry about that. So
हमारा मजाक उड़ाया सर उसने. ये क्या पापा इनके साथ क्या हो रहा है बता रहे. इन लोग से कुछ होप नहीं है.
Okay, the whole day I'm doing this stuff, so it's okay. So what I was saying, yeah. So you are following some logic, and it makes a lot of sense to you. Okay, but this is the problem. Our common sense, our logic makes sense to us and people who think like us. Okay, but when I explain, that will also make sense. Okay, so you are saying the knight is very good, so remove the strong knight. So from that angle, it makes a lot of sense. But one thing I said, bad pawn structure, if you don't have any pieces and you have only bad pawn structure, so there's nothing to show for the bad pawn structure, right? But if you have bad pawn structure, if you can say, my pawns are bad, but look at my pieces, they are good. So you have something to show as compensation for the bad pawns. So from that angle, this concept of taking on d5 is proven wrong. I will also explain in other words. Generally, let us say two people come for a job. Let us say two carpenters come to our home, and we have to hit a nail on the wall. Okay, so one guy holds the nail, the other guy hits with the hammer. Does it make sense?
No.
Yes.
No, the same guy should hold the nail and same guy.
Oh, that's why I'm not grandmaster.
Right? You don't need one person to hold the nail and another person to hit with the hammer.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Sorry.
Same job is being done by two different guys. Instead, one guy does this, another guy does something else somewhere. That will be more productive.
I thought this was an analogy about teamwork, sir.
Wait, this is not teamwork. This is like fooling around.
Yes.
Inefficient use of resources.
Got it.
Right? So, what the knight d5 and b4 are doing. So, when too many pieces are fighting for the same square, okay, whoever occupies it will feel good, and the others will feel like idiot. Okay, so for the d5, too many pieces are fighting. The queen d8, the knight b4, and the knight on d5. Right? So this is called a superficial piece. It looks good, but it just makes other pieces bad.
Correct.
For example, my knight b4 cannot move anywhere now. Right? And the queen is not comfortable moving around. So they are all tied to this square in a way. So whenever too many pieces are controlling the same square, you let them be like that. You don't exchange them.
Fantastic.
Okay. So from this angle also, it makes sense to not.
Yes.
My son wants the phone to be.
Not take the knight on d5. Yeah.
Yeah. So better not to take on d5. And you said I'm getting the open file, and this file is useful only if you can do something with it.
Yeah, Sagar Shah.
And you are playing on the wrong side of the board. Like I said, he should be playing on the queen side. You should be playing on the king side. Because he has only one bishop on the king side in front of the king. But on the queen side, he has enough pieces. So our strength is not on the queen side. Our strength is on the king side.
Yes.
I was.
Had this been the
No, go on,
sorry.
Vaibhav.
I was asking, had this been a file getting opened on E instead of C, would this have made more sense because it was?
No, I think in this position, the open file is not going to play a major role. Okay, so had you had the rook on d1 instead, you could consider rook d3, rook g3, some shift to the king side, because the action has to happen on the king side. Now the action is happening on the queen side, but with bad pawn structure, and now he has pair of bishop advantage, two bishop advantage. He has a knight on d5. So many good things going in his favor. Okay, so you played rook of e1. So maybe it's again time to play knight e5. And get some, you can probe on the c6 square.
Yeah.
And when he plays bb7, you can consider rook of e1. Okay, it got transposed. No, okay, you played rook of e1, bb7, knight g3. Now this move again is not necessary. You are moving a piece which is not under attack again, right?
Yeah.
So, and also in some cases, bishop of 3, g of 3 may come. So there was no need to move the bishop. You could have gone knight e5 directly. No need to come back with that knight. So probably the geometry was too tempting.
Actually, if I be honest with you, just I was like, though knight, king, queen, pawn, looking nice.
So you see, the rooks are getting exchanged.
Yeah.
Okay, he wants to come queen d5. Okay, played queen d5. So bishop g5.
Yeah, bishop g5 perhaps was better. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
here-
one other thing you are making, one very instructive mistake. Did you notice all the color of your pieces? In which color you have kept all your pieces?
Dark square.
Dark squares.
Dark squares.
Right? All the pieces are in dark squares. And you have a dark color bishop. So whenever you have only one bishop, you have to do the exact opposite. You have to put all your pieces in
Opposite colors.
It depends on what color he has. Okay, so generally it depends on what bishops we have and he has. Okay, so here you are occupying all the dark squares and he has a dark color bishop as well. Okay.
We should. But yeah, this is a mess.
Okay.
Actually,
But again, we were in last 2 minutes,
Mm.
so I was
no.
very.
Maybe 94. Okay. Your e5 was
Yeah,
hanging.
he actually here he blundered a piece when.
Yeah. Losing a piece.
In fact, a rook completely.
Mm. Yeah, now it's over. Queen e3.
I still tried.
Okay. Yeah, practically it's over after you lost the piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here there were many positional mistakes in this game. Okay, so one thing is like I said, when you have bad pawn structure, keep the pieces, don't trade them off. And the other is that you had many moments where you could have taken on f6 and taken on d4 without taking d4. So you would have got a big advantage. White is very superior here.
Got it.
Much better. So black is in very big trouble already. But you took ed4, the game became quiet. And then you did not put your pieces in the correct squares, like that knight g3 was not necessary. And the bishop d5 was a wrong exchange. So generally keep it like this. Like if some piece is already developed and it is not under attack, don't move it without a clear reason. So the bishop c4 into d5, the bishop c4 was very safe and solid. So no need to take on d5. And the knight e4 is reasonably safe, no big danger. There's no need to move the knight again. So you can just learn these two things. Don't move pieces without a purpose if it is already developed, especially going backwards like knight g3. If it is going forward like knight e5, generally it is fine. Okay, so whenever you are pulling back pieces, or whenever you are exchanging pieces which are already developed, pay more attention. Don't do it without a clear reason.
Oh, amazing.
Yes.
There was so much learning in this last 1.5 hours that Ramesh was there. I think it's so many concepts were there. Have to review this video again, to remember everything.
Yeah. Sagar Shah, did you learn anything about open
Ramesh,
files?
I have one question I want to ask you. What do you do when your student blames you for their loss? or maybe you never face such a situation.
No, my students lose many games, but generally, like I work with serious players. So for us, we don't go into winning and losing at all. So they both are. We try to look at it equally. So there is no. It's like losing is not a bad thing. So you don't have to blame anyone for that. So
Sir,
losing
have
is
you
just something
trained?
happened.
Sir, have you trained Sagar Shah also, sir? No, genuinely asking, sir.
No, we have not.
At
worked
some point-
professionally.
So please train him also, sir.
As a journalist, we have interacted a lot.
At some point when I was playing, I really wanted to learn from Ramesh sir, but he was very busy at that point. And right now also at 8:30 he just finished one of his sessions, and after this I'm not sure if you missed some of your training because of this or you got delayed, but I'm sure you are going to have a lot of training sessions lined up.
Sir, I hope
like,
this did
the
not
whole
affect
day
you.
We are working on online.
Yeah, and I want to tell all the viewers and also Samay and Vaibhav.
So even Anand was attending some of the sessions. Like in the morning, we are
Oh.
working with Pragnananda, Arvind, Karthikeyan Murli, Vaishali, Bharat Subramaniam, Pranesh. We all have online classes every day. And Anand is also part of the group because he was in quarantine in Germany for 3 months. And then he came back to Bangalore 1 week quarantine. And he was feeling really bored. And so I offered, like, if you are free and willing, you can attend these sessions. And he was also attending quite a few sessions. So whenever he's free, he will also join. And that's a very big inspiration to these young players.
Yeah.
So if you at all feel shy, please don't. You can clearly say that I'm a better player than
Enough,
Samay.
guys.
I'm a better player than Samay. You can say that, sir. I mean, he won't feel bad. Sagar won't feel bad. You can say it.
Okay, so Vaibhav is like itching for that.
Okay. Sagar Shah, if you can just, without analysis, just show sir the game between me and Vaibhav Sethia.
No, sir, your son is waiting, sir. He has some urgent purpose.
Yeah, Vaibhav, like I was really impressed with how you played in the previous game, except for that one Queen E7 decision.
Yeah.
And finally, towards the end, you became a Pac-Man.
Yeah, but that's a nice.
So that I was not comfortable, and the initial move Queen E7. And otherwise, I was very impressed with the quality of the play. And Samay, you were like doing quite well. You got a good position, and then you throwed it all away with a few positional mistakes. And these positional mistakes, they are easily solvable if we know what type of mistake we are making.
Yeah,
it's just proper principles we should know with good understanding.
Yeah, I should not come to Sagar Shah classes. But thank you so much for coming, sir. I hope this game did not affect your mental health.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great job, and thanks for that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Ramesh, for your time and for so much effort. Actually, you put in so much effort, and not just both of them, but also around 1,500 people who are watching benefited from this. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank
you so much, sir.
Yeah. After Ramesh sir leaves, I have a few super chats that I want to read because they wrote to you specifically. Just I'll read them. One is that Bhagat Makhijani said, "For me, it's dream come true to chat with you guys." Karthik K says, "Hello, I am an AI engineer and a prospective professor. Curious to know your thoughts on impact of AI on teaching chess." I think right now, if we are running short of time, we will ask Ramesh sir this question next time about AI and its impact on chess. This was one question, and RK says, great job bringing the best coach on stream. I have a question. If someone only follows his nurture course, can the person reach 2200 ELO?
No, okay. So generally what is happening these days is like most of the players who are aspiring to improve their game, they are looking for solution from outside. So they're saying I should go to a best coach, or I buy a best course, I buy a best book, or I buy a best video course, and so on. So the solution is not outside. Okay. The solution is inside you. It's like how you process the information, how you learn from them, and what is your role in that. That is more relevant. So nurture material is quite good, but how you process that information is more relevant. So you can learn a lot of good things from a bad book also.
Nicely said. Ashwin Subramaniam says, hi Ramesh, thank you for the amazingly instructive lessons. Your explanations are so lucid and clear, and your nurture lessons are a treasure trove for any chess player. Thanks Sagar for bringing Ramesh to your amazing show. And also Siddharth Arawade, thank you. So those were...
There's one more question. There is one more question.
What is it? Right
you
now.
Can read it.
It's a setup we can see.
Samay Raina.
Samay, yeah?
Samay has sent a super chat saying, sir, is Sagar Shah a good teacher? Asking for a friend.
You are like constantly trying to pull him down. No, Sagar is doing a great job. As a player, he has been quite successful, became an international master. I believe you have a grandmaster now as well. 2. So he's like almost at the threshold of becoming a GM, but then he became more of a journalist, started this ChessBase India venture. Yeah, ChessBase India, it has kind of revolutionized Indian chess. Now more people are getting access to information at all levels of the game. What is happening at Indian local tournaments, Indian major tournaments, and also the international competitions. And is bridging the gap between the people who love the game and the professionals, the organizers, all the major players in the chess arena. So he's kind of acting like a bridge, bringing everyone together, and also popularizing the game a lot. And you can see, like, I'm sure this is just one of the activities he has lined up for the day. So he's doing a great job, and you guys are lucky to be able to interact with him on a regular basis.
Yes, sir, very lucky.
So there's no question of him being a
Thank
bad
you
coach.
so
You can be a bad student, but not a good coach.
Thank you so much for saving me. And Samay is thinking, oh no, super chat wasted. But thank you so much, Ramesh. You are very kind, and hope to interact with you very soon. Take care.
Yeah, sure.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Ramesh.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. अरे अब रोटी खाएंगे भाई रोटी कब से इधर ही पड़ी है भाई भूख लग रही है पेट में चूहे
Abhay Suryavanshi, thank you so much. And yes, there was this one question of AI. I'm sorry Ramesh sir didn't take it, and also I didn't ask him because it's quite a deep subject and it would have taken another few minutes for sure. But I think Vaibhav, today you played your best game, and I think Ramesh sir was very impressed, especially with that D5 move that you played. Was very nice. And Samay somehow he's run away. he tried his best to put all the blame on me for all his bad moves.
I have a feeling Samay has spilled something. And he's just
okay.
got to get something to clear up. I have a feeling. Let's see. But dude, thank you so much to get him on board. Like, I feel there were some things that he mentioned which are gonna stay back. Like the whole rook open file wala thing, the rook c1 wala thing that he said is
yeah. Also he said about time, quality, quantity, and time. I think that was important. So Samay we were saying that.
अरे रोटी खाना है भाई
पर पर आपने पूरा ब्लेम मेरे पे डालने का पूरा प्लान कर दिया था। एंड में रमेश सर ने बोला अभी बचा लेता हूँ मैं इसको।
अरे और क्या भाई, सब गलत सिखाया, नाइट ये वो कुछ भी सिखा दिया, ओपन फाइल सारा खराब कर दिया चेस। भाई मेरा दोस्तों वो देखो तुम लोग, चेस कॉमेडियंस ऑन बोर्ड 1 और मैं कल वीडियो डाल रहा हूँ, मेरी रेटिंग थी 1260। अभी मेरी 1200 ही नहीं जा पा रही है भाई सागर शाह को मिलने के बाद। मैंने रियलाइज कर दिया भाई, ये सागर शाह बस
भाई लोग
बताता है।
भाई लोग प्लीज जिनका रेटिंग बढ़ा है प्लीज बताओ।
और अगर नहीं बढ़ा है ना, पता है मेरे को एक याद आ रहा है, क्लास 5 6 7 में ऐसा कुछ हुआ था। हम लोग की क्लास में 80% बच्चे मैथ्स में फेल हो गए थे। तो मेरे एक चाचा हैं जिनका बेटा भी मेरे क्लास में पढ़ता था, वो आए और उन्होंने पता है पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग के दिन टीचर का ऐसा कॉलर पकड़ा और उसको कॉरिडोर में ले जाके बोल रहे आप फेल हुए, मेरा बच्चा फेल नहीं हुआ है, आप फेल हुए।
मैंने सोचा ही नहीं था ये हो सकता है। मैं सोचा था 30-35 सेशंस के बाद सब बोलेंगे थैंक यू इतना सिकन।
40 दिन हो गए, मेरा ग्राफ chess.com पे गिरते जा रहा है। बिस्वा 1000 हो गया है भाई, 1000 हो गया है बिस्वा। आप 1400 थे भाई, हंस कह रहे हो भाई, आप 1400 थे आप। क्या सागर शाह फ्रॉड।
अबे क्या करूं। बाय द वे कलर्स कौन है, कलर्स चैनल?
मैंने तो लेकिन ठीक खेला देखो सागर।
एक
सॉरी
अरे भाई कलर, अरे यार मेरे पे कलर से स्ट्राइक मार दिया।
कलर्स रेड हो गया अभी।
अरे बूमर रेड भी हो जाए भाई।
क्या बोल रहे थे वैभव?
सच
मैं कह रहा था मैं तो ठीक
खेला,
सच मैं ठीक खेला तो मैंने इज्जत थोड़ी बचा ली। देखो मेरे को ये
I was so happy when Vaibhav didn't blunder today anything and समय ने जब वो क्या बोलते कौन सा मूव खेला तब,
जब
बिशप इनटू d5 और उधर बोल रहे हो नाइट्स आर बेटर इन क्लोज्ड पोजीशन वगैरह, क्या चल रहा है?
आपने सिखाया ना भाई, नाइट बीच में मॉन्स्टर नाइट ये वो कुछ तो सिखा दिया। वो 2-3 चीजें, रुक बिलोंग ओपन फाइल, ये कौन सिखाया? आप सिखाया भाई। वो 1-2 लास्ट में लूसीना अथीना ये सब सिखा के थोड़ी ना होता है भाई चेस। मेन मिड गेम भी नहीं सिखाया अपने को, अपन पहुंच नहीं पा रहे वहां तक।
ठीक है आज अबे अच्छा आज सीख लिया ना आपने। आज अभी रमेश सर से तो अभी लूसेना काम आ जाएगा।
सब सिखा दिया दूर का इसने। किंग पॉन क्या ऑपोजिशन आ नहीं रहा है कभी। पूरा लगे पड़े, नाइट मर रहा है, क्वीन मर रही है, ऑपोजिशन ही नहीं आ रहा है कभी जिंदगी में।
ये तो सच है यार, अभी तक ऑपोजिशन लेने का मौका नहीं मिला।
जम्मू कश्मीर गैम्बिट से जीत रहा है।
वैभव बोल रहा है मुझे पूरा ऑपोजिशन समझ गया है, मैं अभी रेडी हूँ यूज करने के लिए।
फ्रॉड सागर शाह।
एक दिन आएगा, एक दिन थोड़े साल बाद, जब ऑपोजिशन से आप बड़ी टूर्नामेंट कुछ जीतोगे और फिर आप बोलोगे सागर शाह ने सिखाया था ये।
कुछ नहीं, मेरा वीडियो आएगा कल, व्हाई आई डिड नॉट बिकम 1300।
अब भाई सूर्यवंशी जी थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू। एंड सुनिए, देखो किसी ने तो भेजा है मुझे बचाने के लिए, हरमन सिंह, माय रेटिंग इंक्रीज फ्रॉम 600 to 1000 सागर ओपी। हाँ चलो एक जन ने बचा लिया। अरे और एक जन दिगंत पाटिल फ्रॉम 1150 to 1380 थैंक्स टू सागर शाह।
भाई कोई भी लिख सकता है ना भाई।
People don't fall into this trap. This all is plotted ताकि तुम लोग सुपर चैट भेजो सागर को।
हाँ भाई सागर शाह फ्रॉड भाई, सागर शाह एकदम फ्रॉड भाई। सागर शाह ये धंधा कर रहा है, बोल चला के अपना ऐप बेच रहा है प्लेचेस, वो भी ऐप फोन में नहीं चल रहा है, रेटिंग नहीं बढ़ रही किसी की, लूसीना सिखा दिया है।
रक्षित सिंह देखो सुपर चैट भी नहीं है वो पढ़ रहा हूँ। माय रेटिंग हैज गॉन फ्रॉम 850 to 1560 ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ सागर। अभी क्या बोल रहे हो, सुपर चैट भी नहीं है, फ्री में भी पढ़ रहा हूँ
भाई हमारा ग्राफ देखो ना भाई, हम 40 दिन से रोज आ रहे हैं भाई, रोज।
अरे मुझे एक बात बताओ, आप सोते नहीं हो, सुबह उठते हो तभी आधे आपका माइंड पबजी में रहता है, आधा माइंड कोई तो किधर और रहता है, फिर आप खेलते हो तभी आप सुपर चैट पढ़ते रहते हो, तो ब्लंडर तो होगा ना यार।
भाई कल टूर्नामेंट में 700 आया भाई, मैं 700।
मैं टूर्नामेंट में खेला, बाय द वे सागर शाह, मैं टूर्नामेंट खेला समय वाला, तो उसमें मेरा एवरेज परफॉर्मेंस रेटिंग आया 1729।
तो अभी तक आप हंस रहे थे, बोलना चाहिए ना ये मेरे डिफेंस में।
अरे हाँ, वो लेट टाइम नहीं था ना, टाइम अभी है। देखो डायनामिक पोजीशन में क्या है ना, टाइम इज नॉट एज क्रूशियल।
कुछ नहीं भाई, सागर शाह ऐसे ही है भाई। सागर शाह खुद भी नहीं बनाया, हमको भी नहीं बनाएगा भाई कुछ।
अभी आज शाम को मैं समय के या कल शाम को आऊंगा चैनल पे, बोलेंगे वेलकम टू द लेजेंड सागर शाह, वन ऑफ द बेस्ट टीचर्स इन इंडिया। अभी मेरा पूरा बेइज्जती।
अरे लव यू यार सागर भाई।
बट है आई थिंक
रेटिंग नहीं तो कम से कम स्लीप साइकिल तो अच्छा कर दिया इसने।
वैभव का, वैभव
मेरा तो 100% है, 100%। अभी वापस हल्का सा डगबग होने लगा, बट आई वांट टू गेट इट बैक।
अरे बहुत लोगों ने भेजा है, एक राम राव ने भेजा है 780 to 1378, अल्टीमेट फन जोन ने भेजा है 400 to 1400। रुको अभी आप खाना खा लो।
कोई भेजो भाई अभी 400 to 4000 भाई भेजो, इसको दिखाओ कि लोग कुछ भी भेज सकते हैं इंटरनेट पे।
अमन बिस्ट बोलते हैं 1000 to 1058 अभी तक। पर एक ही वीक हुआ, एक ही वीक।
अमन बिस्ट लेजेंडरी है तू,
नीलायन मजूमदार 500 to 900, ठीक है
भाई 1260 to 1100।
सर्वेश कुमार 1200 से 1400। थैंक यू गाइस, थैंक यू। मैं आप लोगों का पढ़ रहा हूँ
भाई। कुछ नहीं भाई, वैभव सेठिया ऐसे माँ की कसम खा के बताओ लूसिना पोजीशन क्या होती है बताओ भाई। याद है क्या कुछ याद?
कोई तो मूवी है इटालियन।
कुछ भी सिखा दिया भाई सागर शाह, कुछ भी दूर का सिखा दिया। फ्रॉड,
क्रेजी डूड। ऑपोजिशन आई नहीं। So fucking funny.
चलो
So funny.
इसी नोट पे
मैंने ऑपोजिशन सिखाया, फिर बोला ऑपोजिशन से नहीं जीत सकते तुम। अरे कहाँ को सिखाया फिर?
अरे कैसा है पता है, अभी मैं रमेश सर के उसमें बताता हूँ। चेस है ना, चेस वो आप ऐसे सीखोगे ना, लाइक वन स्ट्रेट ट्रैक तो नहीं होता है। कभी नॉलेज यहाँ से आता है, कभी उधर से आता है। तो अभी सब कुछ आपके माइंड में बैठा नहीं। अभी आप लूसेना भूल गए हो, सब ये ऑपोजिशन भूल गए हो, फिर नाइट को एक्सचेंज करो, बिशप को एक्सचेंज करो, धीरे धीरे हो जाएगा, टेंशन मत लो।
सागर नाम को डिफेंस में क्या होता, पहले रेटिंग थोड़ी ऐसे आती है, फिर ऐसे आती है, फिर ऐसे आती है। ये ऐसे ही जा रही है, बस ऐसे ही जा रही है, ऊपर हो ही नहीं रेटिंग। ऊपर का हो ही।
This analogy way of explaining things is a very standard thing.
No. He is very good, and also, I mean, he's very well read. So he could give some political examples and also all of this. But I don't think every coach does that. But
ये ब्यूटीफुल गर्ल पे रह गए।
मैं क्या बोलूं, इसका वीडियो बंद करने को सोच रहा हूँ मैं।
सागर शाह
गंदी हरकतें हमसे सीख गए, ये सब करते हैं हमारे स्ट्रीम पे आके।
जानी बोल रहे, if I play chess as a hobby age 30 can I become FM? हाँ, FIDE master 2300 रेट।
कुछ नहीं भाई।
IM के लिए कितना रेटिंग चाहिए होता है?
IM के लिए 2400। एंड रोहित कट्टा, समय गेट सागर ऑन योर चैनल एंड प्ले PUBG। नहीं PUBG नहीं होगा।
अरे नहीं भाई, पर मजा आया भाई, मस्त आया।
ग्रेट सेशन टुडे, समय ऑन फायर, नथिंग टू 1300। अरे सब लोग क्या लिख रहे हैं चैट में?
पर भाई
एनालॉजीज
क्या? अरे 499 टू लूडो। भाई पर अब असली इम्तिहान अपना परसों है भाई, परसों सागर शाह हम लोग खेल रहे हैं कॉमेडियंस ऑन बोर्ड, एंड हम 3 है आपके
मैं आपको तो अभी मैंने ये कर दिया है, आई हैव लेफ्ट यू, सो यू आर नो लॉन्गर माय स्टूडेंट। आज के बाद मैं पूरा अभी वैभव के ऊपर मेरे होप्स है। वैभव और बिस्वा मुझे नहीं पता खेलेंगे, बिस्वा खेलने वाले। हाँ तो बिस्वा पे भी थोड़े होप है। आप तो पहले राउंड में हार जाओ, ऐसे में होप।
ताकि वो पीक जो नीचे आ रहा है ना वो पूरा आ जाए, रॉक बॉटम हिट करे ताकि आप बढ़ना ऊपर शुरू हो वापस।
ओ भाई, पर भाई नॉकआउट टूर्नामेंट है दोस्तों, परसों सारे कॉमेडियंस खेलेंगे। सागर शाह के 3 स्टूडेंट देखते हैं इफ वी कैन यूज एनी ऑफ रमेश सर's टीचिंग। ठीक
है, मैं अगर आप जीत जाओगे तो आई विल आस्क रमेश सर टू कम वंस अगेन। ठीक है सुजीत
अरे भाई
थैंक
भाई
यू सो मच. वो बोल रहे वैभव फिनिश 370th 370. हाँ, मनु गुर्ता बोल रहा है. अभी सुन लो समय. देखो
हाँ मैं सुन रहा
देखो इसमें डेंजर है अभी आपको. आई विल क्विट समय का खास दोस्त मेंबरशिप एंड ज्वाइन सागर का मेंबरशिप. स्टार्ट मेंबरशिप सागर, बदला लेंगे. रिस्क है. समय को लग रहा था क्या रिस्क है, ये सब बोल देता हूँ मैं जितना मन में आएगा वैसे.
सागर शाह ट्रिगर भाई.
चैट बहुत फनी है यार.
उसको लाओ भाई, स्नेक को लाओ भाई.
1000 to 1050 it was super
भाई
funny.
499 to लूडो भाई, 499 to लूडो.
ठीक है, but at the end, thank you all for joining. Thanks, a big thanks to Vaibhav who woke up today on time and joined in, and also Samay जो सोने ही वाला था पर रमेश सर के नाम की वजह से वो आ गए. समय आपको लग रहा है ना आपका टाइम वेल यूटिलाइज, मतलब आपको सब जो चेस जो गलत सिखाया था वो अभी आपका थोड़ा सीधा हो गया है ना आज का ट्रेनिंग के बाद.
हाँ भाई. अरे लव यू भाई.
वो जैसे ही मेंबरशिप का आ गया ना सुपर चैट मेंबरशिप, अभी सब बोला ओ शिट मेंबर्स जा रहे, मेंबर्स बचा.
अरे नहीं मैं तो दिल से बोल रहा हूँ. अरे सागर शाह फ्रॉड भाई है भाई.
थैंक यू सागर, थैंक्स फॉर गेटिंग रमेश यार. मेरे को कुछ पूछना था कि वो क्या सिखा है, बट अब टाइम नहीं रहा है और मूड नहीं रहा है तो मैं कल पूछूंगा. वीडियो वापस देखूंगा एक बार. वीडियो
वापस देख लेना.
नहीं समझ में आया तो कल पूछूंगा.
ओके सर, बाय, सी यू वैभव. बाय,
थैंक यू सो मच सागर.
टेक केयर.
बाय बाय.
अरे
हम तो रुक गए आगे सर.
रोटी खा रहे हो, रोटी खा रहे हो.
अरे यार रोटी ठंडी हो गई यार.
मजा तो आया पर दिल में सच बात क्या है ऑफ स्ट्रीम बता देना कि मैं कैसा टीचर हूँ. हाँ अरे
लव यू यार. तुम दिल पे क्या ले लिया है? अपन तो मजाक करते हैं भाई. अपन तो फकीर आदमी.
थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस कम हो जाता है ना, वही. पर अभी बढ़ा लिया मैंने.
अरे भाई बढ़ा लिया. अरे अपन तो सब चीज मजाक में बोलते हैं. लव यू.
ठीक है, टेक केयर एंड सी यू सून. चलो बाय.
यस रुक जाओ.
अरे हाँ एज यूजुअल समय पहले वीडियो ऑफ करते हैं फिर वापस आएंगे अभी.
अरे नहीं भाई बंद कर दे भाई.
Guys, thank you so much everyone who's here. Nearly 1600 people. Please like this stream. Like कर दीजिए so that lot more people can follow this. And I'm so grateful to Ramesh sir for joining today, teaching us so many fine things about chess. What really I loved is that he was explaining such concepts with so much calm, and maybe I don't know if all of you could grasp all of that back-to-back concepts, but if you can just watch that video again, spend some time looking at it again, there were a lot of subtle things he taught about time, quality, material, quantity, quality, time, also about how to place your pieces, pawn structure pieces, all of this. So it was amazing, and thanks so much for joining. Yeah, today was very very great fun stream, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye. See you.